But there's something down there, isn't there? It's time for the binding coils. Oh shit, binding coils of Bahamut, right? I almost said the binding coils of Isaac, which is, it's been on my mind. Macmillan's been advertising some social thing here today. So we're not going to quite see this entire thing, at least not right now. For all I know, where this is going to end up is words. For all I know, there's going to be a recording before this recording that is the first part of this quest line. It's extremely possible. If that ends up happening, then you won't need this introduction, but in case it doesn't, this is the Binding Coils of Bahamut, the raid content from 2.0 to I think 2.3, maybe a little after that. What we've done so far is get told by Mr. Gideon Emery himself over in the Waking Sands that there was a mysterious somebody who wanted to have a word with us about that bellow that was heard during the credits of ARR. Turns out there have been waves coming up from under the Castromoxidens. Every time that we've killed one of the primals that we've encountered in the post-game, they've been getting stronger, and there's something down there. So we fought our way to the mouth of Castromoxidens and looked into it, and then came back here and talked to Jabroka about a secret entrance into the depths of the Castrum, which we are now going to crawl into and see the inside. You may notice we have Rook in our party. He's going to be listening in. Actually, I'll call him right now. And now Rook is on the call. It is not entirely clear to me if Rook is going to be speaking in this call, but he can hear every word that we say. And he'll be judging. He'll be commenting. That then is entirely up to you, Rook. Do you want it to go on record? To go on record forever what you said? Because I'm not recording the Discord, I'm only recording the game. So if you chat in the chat, then the people will know. Otherwise, they'll just see my responses. Yeah, that's fine. I'm cool with you not being in voice. I think it's kind of funny that way. It also makes you very helpless, powerless. Just clutched in my hand. Rook says that he will correct me in-game, not in the Discord chat. But yeah, the Discord is on the second screen, so if you want to say something that you don't want memorialized, I will see it. I actually get an overlay as well. So, I did the first coil last night, but we're going to just go ahead and do it again since we're recording now. Binding Coil of Bahamut turn 1. Here we go. Undersized party is on. Confirm. Let's get rolling. Pushing. Down. So I accidentally and then on purpose spoilerized myself on this, and it is extremely cool. It's extremely cool. It kind of blew my mind. I did not anticipate that the game would go this hard this early, or maybe even at all. Imperial Exploratory Site, 237 yalms. Is a yalm a kilometer? Oh, I didn't watch the trailer. Should we pause? Should we watch the trailer? It's a yard, okay. Hang on, I'll put on pause and watch this trailer. Yeah, that was extremely cool. I was glancing away. I wasn't sure, did we see the bird in there? Or is that knowledge that is strictly to be revealed with what's to come? To be revealed, okay, then we shall speak no more of that. This way, right? Down here, I think. Yeah, this. Oh, you can jump over. You can jump over the railing? But this is Final Fantasy XIV. Railings are sacrosanct. Alright, Alice, the scars left by the calamity. Alice does not have a voice as yet. I can scarce breathe for the surfeit of ether. Tell me, you ever seen corrupted crystals such as these? Such crystals manifested across the realm when the course of the great river of ether was irrevocably altered 5 years ago. Behold one of the objects that caused that alteration. a fragment of the lesser moon, Dalamud. Ancient Alag created Dalamud, or Meteor to use the Garlean name, to serve as a celestial prison for Bahamut. Its fall inflicted grievous wounds upon the land, wounds that have yet to heal, as is evident from the corrupted crystals. Orb! I'm gonna take down that orb. So I actually, accidentally, amazing, Dalamud's internal defenses still function in spite of everything, a testament to the ingenuity of the Alagans. The Garleans seek to appropriate their advanced technology, I'm certain of it. We are about to come face to face with secrets that have long lain buried within the sands of time. Great dangers may lie beyond. We've come too far to turn back. The truth of the calamity is within reach. Rook said, fancy, a while ago, I assume. I actually skipped the cutscene before this first, not this orb boss, but despite everything, it's still you. It's still my Twitter bio. He thrusts his fists into the air and still insists it's me in there. Which is, yeah, a number of references. Hello, orb. Wow, by the power of Rook, we smashed that orb. I think that took me longer the first time. Sorry, orb. Do what you can. Ether Acoustic Exploratory Site. Eye level, like item level, that'd be it. Ah! Brom. So I was observing to myself, God's preserve. Dark wings that would engulf the very heavens. These could only belong to Bahamut, the primal who laid Eorzea to waste 5 years ago. At Cardno, my grandfather sought to imprison Bahamut anew by invoking the power of the 12. Alas, the dreadworm proved too powerful, and he soon broke free of his confines. Yet instead of resuming the destruction he'd begun, Bahamut vanished. Whither to, no one knew, until this day. The Garleans are not publishing their research findings, but I do not understand. If Bahamut is truly a primal, then how is it that he retains his physical form? Did Grandfather defeat him? Or is there some other explanation? We must press on if we are to learn the truth. The truth remains the truth, and a lie remains a lie. Well, uh-oh, I missed that when I first came through here. A little snippet of Louis Soir standing up there, looking down on us. Look at that wing. Wonder whose that is, says Rook. Yeah, I was observing to Rook a moment ago, and also privately. As I've said many times throughout this adventure, I appreciate how many of the pieces of this story are just like, hey, those of you who played this game the first time around, when it was bad, this is for you. And here we have a dungeon about why their game had to go away, presented in this sparkly fashion. And it is long. Dude, there is so much in this. And it's gonna go some places. It's gonna go some wild, wild places. This way? Yes, Rook knows the way. Rook twirling. I must save Rook. The ethereal field dissipates. Here, should we get a look at Rook here? In his fancy clothes. Here, do an emote for us, Rook. What looks like you're just like running in place. Oh, wait! Were we waiting? I can't quite tell what you're doing. Where's our rat, by the way? Can we not have the rat summoned inside the instance? There we go. Whoa! Oh no! Whoa! Is that an emote or is that a spell? Is that part of your kit? The true Bahamut. Yeah, but you just got your fairy an emote. Where's it come from? Can eat my fairy for power. Yeah, well, it's just like the Democratic Party. Sustenance. Wait, this isn't the right way. This is a dead end. What am I doing over here? Is there anything cool up here? No, there's just more cats and airfish, I guess. Oh well. There's an important vantage on this crystal cavern. Go down. Die. There we go. Sorry. Little diversion there. Oh, they did need to die. The ethereal field dissipates. Maybe they were doing the big prayer. Whereabouts are we? There we are. A heckin' prayer. Just doing a gosh darn worship. You know, for Big B. So let me just not frantically hit escape when this comes up as I did last time. Ooh, is the music gonna change? Changing in like room quality, whoa. It's Mr. Thirsty Snake. Hello. Caduceus. Hey there. I want ranged attacks. I guess I have one. Holy Spirit as a cast time. Cut him up! You watch Rook just doing his twisted and twirling in the background there. Did I just not do my combo? I think I did. Whip back. There's two Caducei. It's not a bug, my friends. This Caduceus is too entwined. I skipped this one as well, so if there's some final comment at the end of the encounter, I do not know about it. It would appear that there is not. Oh, cast our lots. Elegant Etherstone headgear. Elegant earrings and maiming. Oh, I wonder if I can actually give this my what's they called, Czar. My retainers are almost level 50, so I might actually be able to use this gear, pass it off to them. They are, as of right now, basically naked. Yeah, I can. Save me some tomestones. Alright, you ready for turn 2? Always ready. Always ready for the second turn. Select it, and why does it have you select a specific one, and then when you open the duty finder, it's like, ah, but your previous selection is what's still selected. You gotta uncheck and check. Ooh, we're going down. So a malm is a yard. Imperial Exploratory Site, 912 malms. Half a mile underground, basically. Yeah, like just about half a mile. It's very weird. I guess a meter and a yard are very close. This one was fun back in AR. This isn't, depending on which route we take, the final boss will have different buffs. I see. Oh, you say would have. No, they still will. This is still current and important. Yeah, the Echo is helping us. Very current. Listen, I'm just a little guy. Defense nodes. Walking out of these AoEs like they can hurt me. Repelling cannon. I'm just a little man. Disposal node. So the last one was too. Am I just reading off the same names of enemies repeatedly? It is very much my style. There comes a point of like incoherence and dead commentary where all you can do is read off the exact words you're seeing. Hey, it's Mr. Ads. Let's block these ads, Rook. Charge complete in 11 clicks. No clicking. Elegant rot. Spooky. An ancient pestilence corrupts. What I wanted to read the flavor text. Sphere. Oh, was that the whole coil? Oh, sweet. Okay, maybe this won't take that long after all. Cool. 1 minute and 19 seconds. I didn't even notice the different buffs he had based on the path we'd taken. We got treasure coffins. Elegant bracelets of casting. Down to the lifts. Mapping the realm. Binding coil number 2. Zoop. At higher damage and debuff resistance. Yeah, I'm sure. It served him well. Ready for turn 3. I'll just queue us. I don't know if you get, do you get the demerits if you're checked for an under or over-leveled party, an undersized party, and then you withdraw after it's ready? Does it still give you your, you withdrew after it was ready bullshit? Big tube. Engine room, 1233 yalms. Inside the Ragnarok. Not if it's unsynced, okay. Oh, a maze. Great. We're good at mazes. We might be in here a while. It's fine. It's the pleasure of your silent companies. Fine by me. I should probably follow Rook here. Whoa! I hit the ceiling. It's Dark Matter Mantis. I got heavily yeeted. Do we need to kill these guys? Oh! Rook is too powerful. Doing. This is a very, like, Destiny raid type environment. This side, huh? Choing. Ooh, falling. 10th blade. Boing. Was it? There's a puddle down there. Dark matter golem. Sometimes my mind is still a silent terminal. The ethereal field dissipates. The teleportation terminal is now online. I've spent so much time recording Dark Souls at this point that when a word that is used in Dark Souls surfaces in other games, I sometimes forget that it does not mean the same thing here. Yeah. So I haven't asked, plainly. I don't know if Rook actually knows the way through here or is just stepping on whichever buttons seem, you know, most plausible. May your heart be your guiding key. Keep it mysterious. That's the right way. Oh man, I was feeling a slight temptation to play Kingdom Hearts the other night. It's a sad thing to imagine. Sad thing to think of yourself doing playing Kingdom Hearts. Life is short, and of Kingdom Hearts 3? I've heard mixed things. I've heard that it's bad if you, but I would be starting at Kingdom Hearts 1. Like I've played 1 and 2, and part of Chain of Memories, and that's basically it. More than anything, I just can't stand the editing in Kingdom Hearts. Like the pause between lines of dialogue maddens me. I'm hoping someone's gonna do a Kingdom Hearts re-edited mod. Teleportation is now online. What I've heard is that if you go directly into the DLC, it's fine, and the problem is they released it 6 months or a year later, and then it's like super hard. Is Final Fantasy canon? Yeah, there is no Final Fantasy canon though. Ooh, the thought of Final Fantasy XIV characters in Kingdom Hearts is very unwholesome to me. I don't want to think about that, that's bad. Slugs! Donald Duck. Oh yeah, yeah, the whole Giga Flare or whatever, Hepta Flare. Yeah, I love that. Zeta Flare. I can never remember which prefix it is. It's like 1,000,000 times stronger than the previous strongest flare ever cast. Yeah. Well, Donald Duck needs to be a destroyer of worlds. Oh, this way. Boing. A slug touched this one. I don't want to use it. He's all slimy. Where are we going? Join? This is not like the most visually interesting area that we've seen yet, which is a shame because it has potential. Like, this is notionally a cool environment, but it could be a little bit less hazy. I looked up these creatures, these owlbear things, and I guess that they're just constructs, which, you know, makes sense, but looking at them, they look constructed. But I wanted something more. The Mirror Knights. Which way? This way? Oh, wait. Was that right? Was that wrong? Did we just go backward? No. Boing. This is one of those things that I would, like, never want to have encyclopedic knowledge of. Did you do this when it was, I mean, not that it's not current content. This is a legit run right here. You did. What was the perception, community speaking? People like it? This is the one people hated because it had, like, trash and kind of a more conventional raid structure, right? I can see, I mean, it's cool to give this sense of place, but you could probably do something like, once you've cleared it once, you unlock teleports to the bosses or something. I mean, World of Warcraft essentially does that. Silent terminal. I guess the resources. Hey, wait, that was it? It was just the maze? Very well then. That's very fancy to see. Alright, time to roll on to turn 4. Youp. Commence. Allons-y, les frères. Also heavily implied the Alligans created most of the beast tribes. I guess they definitely made the Mikote, right? Or at least they made some of them, because there's all that Crystal Castles shit. Where the Mikote were meant to be, what is it, vessels for something? Or there was one red-blooded Mikote? To facilitate the successful, no, that's just, that's a nothing. I'm getting poetics for doing this. I may have to go spend some. Ooh. Everything is unfolding. Drive cylinder, 1524 yawns. Hey, it's the Merit K definition of a video game. You gotta fight people on an elevator. I guess that happened back in the Athenaeum. I got only 1,000 tomestones, so we're a ways from needing to go deal with that. Clockwork bug. Ooh, who are these boys? Clockwork Knights? They got hammerheads, or like fidget spinner heads, I guess. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Bugs. Clockwork Dreadnought, he's very fancy. Falling to pieces, though. Ooh, am I going to sneeze noisily into the microphone? Well, I shielded the recording from it, but not Rook. Sorry, Rook. Heidelin, bless you. Ew. Heidelin is a dead goddess. Or something. I don't know the deal with all that. I just know bits. I only know bits. Maybe just coil that all up. Straight coiling. Elegant ring of maiming. Cast your lot. Where is the way out? There's a silent terminal over there, and there's a thing over here. Oh, there we go. Leave duty. It doesn't have a label on it. What's going on here? What's going on here? I guess you just walk into it. Alright, so I believe that was turn 4, so this is the final turn of the 2.0 dungeons. Then I think we'll have a little bit of a cutscene break away from the coils, so that we can unlock the next set. Why do I have a Discord notification? Whomst is atting me? The Ragnarok Central Core, 1910 yawns. Big hole. This is quite a big hole. Doot. Hey, it's some more messages. This is going rather more smoothly than I expected. It is indeed convenient to have a hero on hand. Gods, that the cavern should open up again, even at this depth. Huh. This resembles a finger. I was gonna say, are we standing on a Bahamut? And so it should. This is Bahamut's hand. As with the wings, it seems to be frozen, and for that I count my blessings. But again, I find myself wondering, how is it able to retain physical form? I had assumed that Bahamut's reversion to ether was the cause of the widespread changes to the realm. But if he's still here, then that theory no longer holds. Insulated, yeah. What was it then that brought about the realm's sudden regeneration? There is so much we do not know about Cardinal. There's good music here. I like the back mask there. Haven't the slightest inkling how deep these caverns run. But we must continue. Hammed was Rook's comment on that. Whoa. Wait, is this Twin Tanya? Meow. Meow. Can she drop herself on this difficulty? Is that a thing? Do you have to come in here with a properly synchronized party to get the dragon out of the dragon hole? She never does. Comes from somewhere else. Need 15 gold feathers to get her. The sad thing is that I have sort of recruited a couple of people, and I don't think I've gotten any kind of recruit a friend bullshit out of it. Still trying to get V to... Oh, death sentence. Am I gonna instantly die, Rook? Rook, don't let me instantly die. Infirmity. There's a thing on the floor. This is a weird thing. Ooh, Neurolink. I can become a mind slave? Movement is slowed, damage dealt, and HP recovery by actions reduced. I've been targeted! Whoa. No. No, don't zap me. There's bugs. It's Asclepii. It was not the Asclepius, it was but one of the Asclepiads. You gonna split, buddy? Gonna split and come? He didn't split. Oh, it was Asclepius, right? It wasn't Caduceus. Different being entirely. Confusing my Greeks. Whereabouts is Mom? But we have to stand inside the brain. You just stand it inside the brain too because you enjoy a little brain buzzling. Dive me, please. Don't worry, I'll heal you. Wait, I healed myself. Because it healed me as well? Sucker. The Bane right now, because this is current content. Yes, of course. This is... I mean, this could be a world first, right here. Hygeia! Cut him down. Dude. We're on a big hand. I don't understand what this Neuralink thing, does it break some debuff that she applies or something? Why would you ever stand in it? It's such a tiny hole. Or does it get bigger if the first phase lasts longer or something? Ah, yeah, I see. Makes sense. Step in the void zone, where the punishment sphere will become. Become? That was not a complete sentence. Twintania, where are you? Where are you, bird lady? There she is. Hey! Speak of the serpent, and you feel her breath, the binds that tie. Flat. She was a slave. She had the chain about her neck. The binding coil of Bahamut complete. Do 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 do. Elegant breaches of healing. And an elegant battle axe. Is that a cool battle axe? What is it? Oh, that is very fancy, actually. That's a great axe. That axe rocks. I'm in favor of that axe. So is the Allegan gear what I'm using on my Dark Knight with the unfolding thing? I have to stand in here forever. Where it it kind of starts all folded up, and then when you unsheath it, it expands. Actually, I guess the sword that I'm using on the Paladin right now also is that. Let me see, actually, I think I can just look at my glamour. No, I just want to look at the glamour plate. Oh, wait, what? This is not where we were. They put me in a different place. Rook, I'm inside. So apparently when you're at the end of the turn, they put you somewhere special. There's a silent terminal here. Activate the lift. Ooh, big red PC. Alienware got its hands on this one. The side lights are off the chain. This contraption is used to control the saturation of ether. I suppose there's only one way to find out. Yeah, just, ooh. Yeah, just, commune with the machine god. Why not? I mean, there were definitely no computer slaves around here. The dragon you vanquished earlier, doubtless you noticed the peculiar contraption about its neck. It was likely a receptor of some description used to enslave the creature. Ancient Allag possessed the means to control dragons, it would seem. The Ishgardians would kill for this knowledge, though to be sure it could be as easily brought to bear against them. An army of dragons could turn the tide of any battle. as the Garleans once learned to their sorrow. I would not be the least bit surprised if they now sought to exploit this power. Whatever their plans, this serves as another reminder of the might of the Alligans. One cannot help but wonder how so advanced a civilization came to fall. Who knows? I mean, technology has never destroyed a civilization or anything. Climate change is going to render civilization as we know it unrecognizable within 60 or 70 years. We will be seeing it within our lifetimes. We may be seeing it right now, this very year. Ooh, red to blue. Hello. Bring. Gods be good. Oh man, it's big old Bombo. This is Bahamut's head. You're looking poorly, Bahamut. You're not looking well. That enormous crystal, it pulsates as if it were a heart, and the primal that it awakened was Bahamut all this time. No, that cannot be true. This would mean grandfather died for naught. I mean, he saved the world. It doesn't need to be a perfect victory. Confound it. We do not know enough to strike at it now. We must withdraw. Who? Who is that? No, it can't be. Ooh, grandfather? Is it truly you? Hello? His lips are moving, but we cannot hear. He smiles and looks back to the dragon. And there's someone else in front of him. Someone we do not know, but yet may learn to. No. Don't leave me again, please. Grandfather. I know we can do no more for now. There's a good line. This is just a place that I can be, huh? Can I just come back here whenever I want and admire the dragon's head? There's a good line toward the end of ARR where Sid's like, what were you Alphino's talking, and Sid says, what were you doing the past 5 years? It's like being 10? I don't know. Maybe have a defense strategy that is not have the teens do it. Oh, we are zoning back out. But this looks like... How did we come to be in northern Thanalan of all places? No, but such details matter little. I bet they matter a lot. Grandfather's alive, Erwin. Bahamut did not defeat him. But why won't he return to us? I don't understand. This expedition has yielded more questions than it did answers. At any rate, we would be better to rest. Let us return to the waking sands and reflect upon what we've seen. Thank you, Erwin. Without you, none of this would have been possible. Hey, we did it. Success. So, who do I talk to now? Yeah, those 10-year-olds ain't doing shit. They're not carrying their weight. Who do we talk to for the next part, though? Let's find out. Looks like it's back to Urianger at the fucking Waking Sands. I mean, why not? Why not? We love to go talk to Urianger, who decided to stay put at the... Anyway, Urianger. There's a lot of people with jobs for me here. Wigstan. All the greats. Alice, what do you have to say? I'm pleased to see you again, Erwin. I've already shared the fruits of our expedition with Urianger. Let us ponder their implications. Wait, what? Oh, Alice's pledge, that's a new one.
Full glad am I for thy safe return. Lady Alice hath apprised me of thy many experiences. As thou wilt doubtless be aware, Master Louis Soir was my lady's grandsire. Gravely concerned though I was for her safety. Gravely concerned was I for her safety, but 'twould seem I need not have been so. With all my heart I do thank you for watching over her.
Except he said thee, not you.
But come, thou must speak with Mistress Alice upon that which transpired within the binding coil. May it serve to bring us closer to the truth of the calamity.
My Gideon Emery impression gets worse every time. I don't get refreshed enough, you know. Shall we begin then? Urianger, I understand you have a report of your own to share with us.
Aye, my lady. Even as thou didst emerge from the depths, an etheric disturbance betokening primal activity was observed. In Mordona was it marked first, or marked perhaps. By comparison of time and magnitude, we have since deduced its origin. The Cartano Flats.
Strange, there have been no reports of primal activity in that region. It could only have been Bahamut. That would certainly explain how we came to be in northern Thanalan. Somehow the cavern took us all the way from Vilbrand, which we learned yesterday is now pronounced Vilebrand, even though that's better, to the heart of Aldenard.
'Twould seem so, my lady.
But it is all but certain then. After Bahamut disappeared 5 years ago, he hid himself deep beneath Cartano, and has since lain dormant, regenerating. You look pretty imprisoned to me.
Aye, my lady. Taken together with thy known account of Bahamut's continued presence, the land's slowness to heal and the disorder of the etheric currents do point to one conclusion. Bahamut stirreth. If left unchecked, the primal shall drink of Eorzea's life force till he doth awaken to rain ruin down upon the land.
Damn, heavy. Rest assured, I do not mean to give up, Erwin. Bahamut may still live, but so too does Grandfather. For the past 5 years, he's been keeping vigil over his nemesis, making certain that the primal does not escape.
Master Louis Soir, doth yet live? I durst not hope. Thou art certain 'twas no mere manifestation of thine all too sorely felt grief?
I know how desperate this may sound to Urianger, but I saw him with my own 2 eyes, as did Erwin. But he vanished deeper into the labyrinth before we had the chance to speak. 2 more like fragments of Dalamud pierced the earth when the lesser moon fell. One we have seen, but if we can find the other 2, I am certain that we will find Grandfather as well.
If thou so believest, my lady, then I too shall have faith. If it please you, I shall notify the grand companies of this development. All Eorzea must stand united if we are to avert a repeat of the calamity.
That will not be necessary, Urianger. I'd like to keep this one to myself. You know, this is a personal matter, this apocalypse. Being the great conciliator that he is, Alphinaud will seek to unite Eorzea of his own accord. If rumors are true, that endeavor is already well underway. So let us leave the diplomacy to the diplomat, while we continue our investigation of Bahamut. I swear to you, no matter what it takes, we will find my grandfather and uncover the whole truth of the calamity. Erwin, you've heard me swear to do these things, but without your strength I cannot hope to make good on my word. The danger to Eorzea is not past. For the sake of all who abide here, I pray that you will ever be our sword in the darkness. Urianger looking desperately between us and Alice. Alright, so we're to the truth is down there. Did we actually get the quest? I think we just finished the quest. Another turn in that was the end of the quest. The beginning of the quest is now. There's so much dialogue. You're being so patient. Rook, just listening to me babble. Another turn in the coil.
A crystal-choked abyss lieth beneath the Cardno Flats, the unholy cradle of an elder primal. And by thine hand, where truths great and terrible wrested from those once celestial depths. Yet as is often the case, an answer doth breed a profusion of questions, and the unknown doth beckon with irresistible allure. Ne'er have the mysteries of the Red Moon lain so neatly within our grasp. Lady Alice hath sent word of her coming. 'Tis time once more to brave the precipice, and leap unflinching into the jagged wound that doth gape beneath the land.
Dramatically stated, my friend. My apologies. I trust I have not kept you waiting over long. We should probably land on a voice for Alice. I don't know, though. Long point, I am both delighted and reassured to have you at my side once more. I would not waste your time with trivialities. Let us proceed directly to the discussion of which we have learned, and that which we hope to learn, anon. Discussion of that which we have learned, and that which we hope to learn anon. Gotcha. Initially, it was evidence of a new primal that led us to delve into the cavern beneath Castrum Occidens and to explore the subterranean scars left after the fall of Bahamut. As you will well recall, what we found was a vast, largely intact fragment of the fallen satellite. Within the depths of that structure, we discovered not the new primal we had expected, but the broken form of Bahamut himself. Yet even this great revelation would soon be overshadowed by the appearance of mine own dear grandfather.
I have since shared our sundry findings with Rambros, preeminent scholar of the Sons of St. Coinach, and he in turn did kindly furnish me with his theory concerning the elder primal's elegant prison. 'Twould seem that Bahamut was constructed to gather unto itself the rays of the sun, and thence channel this radiant bounty unto the crystal tower. The ancients saw great potential in Bahamut's capacity to manipulate energies of otherwise unmanageable magnitude. 'Twas for this reason that they did bind him within the Red Moon to serve as its living core.
Do you remember the sight that greeted us at the culmination of our journey? The colossal devices that surrounded and seemed to cradle the incomplete form of the elder primal. From the information provided to us by the Sons of St. Coinach, we've learned that these contraptions were termed interment hulks, and that each bore the designation Ragnarok class. The purpose of these hulks is believed to be twofold. First, they are meant to act as binding coils. There's the title drop, rendering Bahamut incapable of escape. And second, they are meant to feed him. Perversely, this selfsame energy which prevents him from moving also serves to sustain his corporeal manifestation. Bahamut is permitted neither to die nor to truly live. He is merely allowed to be.
A century upon century was the elder primal thus imprisoned, bound about in fetters so subtle in their working and yet so adamant that though his cell be destroyed, Bahamut lieth yet at the mercy of his long-departed captors.
It has long been held that the primals require the prayers of their faithful followers to exist, yet none alive worship Bahamut. Could it be, then, that the Allegans found a way to simulate prayer itself? It seems the only logical explanation. Well, unfortunately, no. What is happening is much more horrific than that. I would postulate, therefore, that the regenerative mechanisms in question also supply something akin to the power of prayer. It's not being simulated, girl. It's real.
Consequently, if all of the intermittent hulks were to be rendered inactive, Bahamut should dissolve into the ether. Upon the evidence of thy previous foray, we determined that the elder primal is sustained by 3 such binding coils. Thus to be commenced to scour the realm, and found in the 12's wood an as yet unexplored fragment of the lesser moon bearing a most familiar etheric signature.
And after conducting a preliminary investigation, we believe we've discovered a point from which this North Shroud fragment and the second of the intermittent hulks can be entered. As Eosia's sword in the darkness, I would have you once more lead the charge. I will, of course, be there at your side. Once you've made your preparations, head to Fallgourd Float and make yourself known to my assistant, Serpent Lieutenant Anela. The fallen fragment is not far from the settlement, and her position provides a convenient rendezvous point. So, I will break these elegant fetters, for they bind my grandfather as surely as they bind Bahamut. That's a big assumption you're making there, my friend. Quest accepted. We finally did it. I can't speak with the Crystal Exarch. That's spoilers. Alright, let's bop on over to Fallgourd Float. Here we go. So the coils are not like geographically necessarily positioned on Bahamut? That seems odd. Or is it that they core so deep into the earth that they meet deep underground? Nayla. Longpoint Erwin, I have been expecting you. My name is Nayla. I have been accorded the rank of lieutenant within the Order of the Twin Adder, that I may better assist Lady Alice with her endeavors here in the Twelveswood. We missed this on the recording, but the last coil also started with someone who had essentially infiltrated the Ul'dah army, working for Alice. Such authority has allowed me to act without interference from the local soldiery, and to conduct a preliminary investigation of the Alder Springs fragment. From what we've seen of the exterior, the structure shares many common features with the one you explored in Lenoskia, and likely plays host to a similar complement of guardians. But I fear words alone will do little to prepare you for what lies ahead. Pray seek out my comrade to the south and west. He is charged with observing all that occurs in the vicinity of the fragment, and will be well placed to show you the thing, if nothing less. So is this what that giant Death Star thing in this area is? Because we've been wondering about that for a very long time. Are you still with us, Rook? I think we're getting close to being ready to queue. We shall soon find out. It does look like it is. I'm so glad I can fly, so I don't have to know how to get anywhere, ever. Where's this dude? Okay, he was just pretty much on the ground. Hey, sharp-eyed serpent private. What do your snake eyes see? What business brings you... there, let's bring back this one. What business brings you to this broken land? Yes, you fancy being ground to a bloody pulp under the granite fish of a wandering golem. I suggest you bugger up. My apologies, sir. Lady Alice did send word of your impending arrival, but it would seem I've grown rather accustomed to shooing away curious sellswords and reckless explorers. Behold, if you will, one of the fallen shards of the Red Moon, Bahamut. Our initial survey uncovered no evidence of the Empire's presence, which, while fortunate in itself, meant that the approach to the fragment had yet to be cleared. After much effort, however, we succeeded in carving out a semblance of a path, which would grant you access to the entrance. And after that, I'm afraid, is where our progress ended. Another orb, I imagine. The interior, well, assuming that the architecture of this ark resembles the first, the master controls you seek will be located on the bottommost layer, past all the ingenious and deadly defenses of which the ancient elegance seems so indecently fond. If you would know more, I'm afraid there's nothing for it but to brave the depths of the fragment yourself. Lady Alice will soon be arriving in Fallgourd. Pray do not tarry on your way back to the lieutenant's post. I imagine our young mistress will be most eager to commence the expedition. The road ahead promises peril aplenty, and I would humbly suggest that it is not the occasion to stint on preparation of provisions. May the 12 watch over you. I'm sure that they will. That was our voice for Baderan, who is the Limsa innkeeper. Not innkeeper, but, greeting NPC. The inn owner, he doesn't have a conventional job. Let's see, where are we going? Right back down to here? Anela. Anasia. Master Erwin, I trust the private's explanation was worth the journey. Simply securing an approach to the fragment's entrance proved a monumental task. I dare not think what defeating its inner defenses will entail. If there was aught I might do to aid you... Ah, Lady Alice... Oh, my apologies, Master Alphino. Has there been a change of plan? Rianger informed me of the impending expedition. I merely came to exchange a few words with my fellow scion before he disappeared into the depths of the second coil. Arrowin. No, he probably would call us Long Point because he's annoyed that we've been keeping this from him. Long Point. Though I would strenuously deny if she were present. My sister's admiration and affection for our grandsire exceeds even my own. Upon the matter of his legacy, therefore, Alice is one to go above and beyond the call of duty. In our grandfather's absence, she has made the salvation of Eorzea her personal crusade. 'Twas that which prompted her to brave the perils of the first coil. Yet the fact that she risks her life in this manner is not the greatest of my concerns. No, it is her subsequent fixation upon my grandfather's shade that worries me most. Call of Duty, I know that game, great reference. There are references to... There's a Fate called Crestfallen Merchant. There's some Dark Souls all up in here. There's also diction that comes directly from Song of Ice and Fire. And ARR came out slightly after the first season of Game of Thrones, which makes me think that they're probably references to the books, not to the TV show, which is cool. Nobody says Mummer's farce except for George R.R. Martin. No one. I've looked for it. The term, I don't think he invented it, but no one said it. And they say it in Final Fantasy XIV. Where were we? Subsequent fixation on a grandfather's shade that worries me most. This quest to rid the world of Bahamut must not become a quest to save a man long dead. My sister must needs have a better reason to fight. The time will come when the fate of the realm rests upon her shoulders, and when it does, we must be strong in our resolve, and certain of the stakes for which we risk it all. Koji Fox is huge nerd. He's the main translator for the game and writes the lore books. Yeah, I really liked him in the interviews there. He's probably read, I'm sure he's read Song of Ice and Fire. It was extremely popular. Until HBO destroyed its reputation. There is a wide difference between fighting for the good of Eorzea and fighting for the love of a man who died for the good of Eorzea. Alice must choose her own path. She cannot rely on grandfather to choose it for her, for he is gone. Does he write the Encyclopedia Eorzea like by himself, Koji Fox? It's just like a project he takes on? That seems unlikely, right? Because he's not the writer. I'm glad that it is you with whom she makes this journey. If Alice is to discover a deeper purpose, then we're better to find one than at the side of Eorzea's greatest champion. 'Twas there that I found mine, after all. But 'tis past time I was gone. Fair fortune in your endeavors, Erwin. Ah, Lieutenant Anale, was it? I would appreciate you making no mention of my presence here to my sister. What? All the siblings lie into each other. Please, mix your loyalties even further, Anale. Lady Alice is due to arrive at any moment. I shall abide in confident expectation of your triumphant return. Boop. Yeah, his background as a teacher and teaching in Japan. Teaching anywhere is just a fucking nightmare. Second coil of Bahamut, turn number 1. Are you ready, Rook? Why, I hope he's ready. Yes, he's ready. There we go. Come on. We venture forth. Dalamud's shadow. There have not been enough Final Fantasy VII collaboration activities, particularly considering that Final Fantasy VII is being re-released. Do we go over these rocks? Oh, oh, whoa. We entered the digital world. What's happening? What the fuck? Disgusting cloud hair on, I didn't notice. The crystals manifested as from nowhere. Beneath our very feeties, how strange. How could we not see all this before? I suppose it is only to be expected that corrupted crystals should accompany a disturbance of this magnitude. After all, the fragments likely pierced the ground to a depth of many hundred yalms. So much ooze inside me. The swirling ether leaking from the wound must warp the very air, creating a veil that hides these formations from view. Well, it is not as if we expected this to be a straightforward task. Let's tread carefully, shall we, Erwin? I like that your character's in the background, just looking on. 'Tis imperative that we win through the depths of this structure and disable the mechanism that powers Bahamut's regeneration. Of course, if we should chance to encounter my grandfather upon the way, I shall not let him go again, not while there is hope that he may yet be saved. Are you fighting? I'm getting combat adventure messages. But mayhap we should put such thoughts from our mind until after we have successfully gained entrance to the place. That opening up ahead appears to be a suitable point of ingress. I think Rook looks like he's here, but in fact he's over there killing lunar golems. Jeez, now I'm hiccuping. This is a disaster. Lunar goals. Fuck off. Get lost, cluster. Yeah, that's right. No crystal stands before me. I'm braver than crystal. Oh no, hiccups. Oh boy. I did record with hiccups for oof. They lasted like fully 15 minutes. It was bad. Yeah. My entire organ is just failing. Oof. Yeah, this is gonna be a nightmare. Dark matter cluster. A roselet. Ooh. It's these trees. Ooh, we are getting pulled into a cutscene. It's flower. Oh no. Big flower. Flower with teeth. Ooh. This is gonna be a nightmare. Where is flower time? You're so far advanced. You're like the Alligans to me. Hey, Raffalicia. Scar's Edge. Not a ton going on here. I mean, we're fighting a big eggplant. Leaf Storm. I already had that Pokemon. Holy shit. All hiccups all the time.
Sky's Edge is no longer sealed.
Yeah, we did it. High Allegan Gauntlets of Maiming. Where are we? Can I trade these ether stones for gear directly? Is that what they're for? Nope. But I want to. It would be so convenient. Alright, let's take a break because I'm hiccup man. Do you need to go to bed? It seems like you should go to bed at some point. You see, Rook is bound to European time zones. Replica versions of the gear. But you craft it. I'm sure they're not worth anything, right? Seems like you can get tons of them if you wanted to. I have yet to sell shit. Like, I've found things that are home decorations that are supposed to sell for $45,000 or something, and they just don't move. Ugh. Okay, gonna pause the recording because we're really contaminating it with the hiccup situation now. Jeez. Okay, I think we've escaped the plague of hiccups. The level of like confusion that was coming over me with that amount of stimulus was a little much. And now it's time for the second turn. 2-2, as they say. Let's get our Mario on. Cha-ching! Rook, do you have a message for the people? Ooh, breached hull. You can see the outside world out there. Why are we locked in this starting area? Did I skip a cutscene? My cat just ate one of my sticky notes. Did I skip a cutscene, Rook? Did I skip a cutscene that you watched? And that's why it took a second? Oh, what do I took a second then? Oh, maybe you were loading. Was anything important on the sticky note? Ooh, we're inside. The power of my hand. Whoa, it's a somebody. So that armor, no, it couldn't be. Be on your guard, Erwin, though it defies all reason that he should live. I know of only one who wears such armor. He whom the Empire hath raised as high as the Black Wolf. Wait, no, this is how he's still talking. He whom the Empire raised as high as the Black Wolf himself, the legatus of the 7th Legion. I speak of the madman who brought the Meteor Project to fruition. We face the White Raven, Nael van Darnus, harbinger of the 7th Umbral era. Nael van Darnus. Ah, that was the name of the fool who perished upon the eve of the promised Age of Glory. It should not be uttered within these hallowed halls. He's like a blue meanie, I think. Out of love for his loyal servant, the one true deity named me Nael Deus Darnus. The one true deity. Bahamut, he speaks of Bahamut. O Lord Bahamut, thy name is as sweet water to parched lips. How my heart swells at thy sacred touch. This one is trippy, is Rook's comment. This blessed sanctum is the domain of my God and his beloved children. Seek to defile its glory and you will answer to me. Whoa! I think that was a correctly chosen voice for that character. It's Square. Hello, Square. Is the weapon? How is this possible? From what Alphino told me, Nael was slain on the eve of the calamity. Whatever the truth of the matter, we must be on our guard. There can be no reasoning with the worshippers of a primal. Oh yeah, we just gotta kill them, of course. There's no such thing tempering. When they're tempered, you're done. You cut their heads off. You don't even mention it, honestly. Just do it. I mean, it's a nasty business. We don't want to trouble the people's sleep like that, knowing what really happened to their uncle. The outer coil in the black shroud. Put me on the square. It's us, square friends. Incubator transport. Look at all these folks. There's Lamias, maintenance modules. Oh no, we're moving. Whoa, this is a real, like, Disneyland motion ride quality to it. Cut down the Mirror Knights. Whoa. Do this in VR. Lamia Bowyer. Arch me, please. Squish.
Crunch.
The big lion face is coming, kissing it. Press the home button. Is there an actual home button, or are we just imagining this is an Apple device? A big face on my keyboard. Home. Oh no! Oh, I see. This is the closest I get to VR. Fair enough. Here, I'll turn off the UI. This is fully immersive!
Standing too close to the ladies.
Where's... This is not how you want a tank to be. Ooh. I turn the UI back on. Ooh, exposed to the air again. I mean, this looks like it'd be pretty visible from above. I guess people don't really fly in this world. Bioweapons storage. Surely people saw this, though, when they were cruising around on airships. There's a thing in that thing. It's Lady Vash. She returns. A Gorgon. This is a very fancy location. Melusine. Cut her down. There's a second platform here. Do we have to take her there, or should we visit the second platform? I'm gonna use all my buttons. Oh, there's more ladies. Don't run away from the ladies. Let them say their piece. Ma'am? Allow me a prosecutor surrenders his life force to Melusine. Melusine reveals her true power. Oh, there's a big boy! Hey, Renault. You're not the first Renault we've met, I don't think. Ooh. Mischief. Keep forgetting that mischief managed is a Harry Potter thing, and so I simply should not evoke it. 100 stones. I should check on my tombstone count, because I'm getting 100 per in here, and I'm gonna overflow. And not yet. 1,400. Good. Just a whole additional platform, only for leaving. Look at those prison tubules in the sky. What could be in them? Bit hard to see, isn't it? I think we may learn. We may yet learn, to our sorrow, what's in them tubes. Coily! Let's coil along. I don't know why I'm insisting on clicking the correct one. It might open it with the correct one at the bottom, the one you clicked at the bottom. I don't know. Holding together, Rook. Orb, 3,256 yalms deep. Hello. I'm reminded of the passages beneath Castrum Occidens. We must have traveled quite some distance below the surface. Yeah, no shit. More of the same tunnels. 12 be good. Surely they cannot continue all the way down from the upper floors. It is difficult to see inside, but I have a terrible feeling these corridors house more of the dreadful guardians you've already faced. It is said that the Alligans excelled in the creation of chimerical beasts, and that the Red Moon teemed with 1,000 fantastical monstrosities, all to prevent the enemies of the ancient empire from releasing the Elder Primal. I wonder, the creatures that prowl these halls, could they be the beloved children of which Nael spoke? Well, that is another mystery to ponder upon our return. Shall we continue onward? This is the one I couldn't do on my own. I hope 2 people is enough. We shall find out, I guess. Let us see if we are going to struggle. Do we have to, like, separate or anything, or... Ooh. Jump pads. Ooh. These fancy men. Clockwork bug. Oh, this music is bonkers. Oh, it's doing the swapping between the combat and non-combat versions of the same track thing. Had I observed to you, Rook, that in the Stone Hall or whatever it's called on hard mode, that when you're not in combat, the music sounds like chiptunes. And when you're in combat, it becomes orchestral, which is wild. Fuck you, foot folks. Go back to your wiki. Don't worry, I can heal you.
Sector X.
Maybe you should have come in here as a red mage. I wonder. Down, Clockwork Warrior. Is that a mob, or is it like it's disintegrating the moment that it appears? More so than others. It is just an alarm, okay. Could we avoid setting it off? Or are we not that smart?
Unauthorized personnel detected. Activating defense system.
We are not Sneaksy, that is true. I go clank, clank, clank. Frontal bulkhead. It's sprawling time. Wait, it's cutscene time. What could this be? Oh, it's Mr. Heads. I love that guy. The Avatar. But I thought people didn't fly in this world. Whoops, that was not my combo. Whoops. You know, what'd be cool would be if Goring Blade were not on global cooldown, so that I could start my combo again as I used it. I don't think I have any more DPS in me. Ooh, there's men. Should we go smash those things, or... No need to smash the things? They don't look smashable, actually. They are untargetable. Mysterious shapes. It's time to hit him with more OGCD moves. No problem. Nothing to it. The Avatar will fall before us. See, we were very strong. Very, very strong. Have faith in this sort of awkward model. I got all these feet. I love these feet. Leave the doot. Are we gonna meet our new friend again? Turn 4, here we go. Are we ready for the climax? Brace yourselves. This may be too exciting. I think, is this the one with the stars? Is this the stars one? This Nail, yeah. We're gonna get to say hello to Nail. 6,300 yards underground. That's 3 miles? We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We're very strong. We're very strong. Do you have any slaves that you could call upon? You know all these Final Fantasy Twitter gays. Surely some of them are thirsty enough to come and serve. Is it a mechanic that's gonna wipe us? Can we just hammer on him with our big hands? It seems that in here is outside, and the moon is out here. You get some markers, and meteors start falling where you stand. Do not place them close to each other, or they'll insta-kill us. I see. That surely cannot be Dalamud. How? Where are we? The final resting place of Nail Vandanus. I know they spoilerized it in the spoiler video that I watched. This is a grave for the undeserving. And for the crime of trespassing upon my god's sanctuary, this place shall serve as your grave too. I should get a hymn type voice. No! A hymn type voice filter. There's no music in the cutscene, actually. Or it's very quiet. There, it's coming in now. Ooh. A lady, but she sounded like a man. In the hour of his failure, Nail Vandanus felt the currents of ether begin to bear away his essence. But before oblivion could claim the last of him, a divine will reached out, and I was born. Then did the words of my God resound in mine ears. Bring unto mine enemies crushing defeat, that they might know despair without end, and claim thee thus the victory which thou wert once denied. Gonna turn spooky. I read that in the Japanese, at least in 1.0, she was always a lady. Apparently, she killed him. She was his sister. Killed him and took his place, and that, like, no one knew that it was really her under there. Took his name. That is not canon, in the modern version. That's weird. Hello. 'Twould seem that little remained of Nail's essence when Bahamut plucked him from the brink of oblivion, and the result was this strange simulacrum. Nevertheless, Aurora bespeaks great power. She channels the rage of the Elder Primal himself. Hey, big lady. Lord Bahamut, thy wish is my command. None shall scape thine unquenchable fury. Come, ye dull, unthinking beasts, bare your teeth. Do it. They will avail you not in the calamity to come. Please let the miner walk away. Sorry. Oh, here's the music. This is a Beatles number. Do 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 do. Are there going to be lyrics? I like how the Garleans see every other single race as savage, yet the weakest race no magic. Well, listen, magic is a crutch for weak gem bearers. None of what I'm doing is magic. This is all science. When I summon swords from nowhere, that's distinctly science. Okay, so don't drop them close to each other. Orb. Maybe more orb? Is that it for the orbs? Do we kill these spawns? Why are they magically sealed? I don't quite get that. Is that a plot point at some point, or is it just like a Final Fantasyism that people who are descended of this bloodline just don't have magics? This man seems invulnerable. Do we have to do something? Maybe drag him into his own fire? Is that a thing? Ooh, ow, that hurt. Does not seem that his own... Oh, I see. So we're not supposed to let the golems get close together. Did we wipe then? We gotta get out. So golems stay far apart. Got it. Probably kill one of them as soon as they spawn. Each quick... Yeah, I got it. I see how it works. Seeing the consequence, it's obvious. I'll hold my attacks till we're ready to deal with the goals. Squad golems. Into the air. Let's get a big period of trial separation here. Summon the golems, please. Boom. Oh, I walked out of the arena. Can you revive me? Fuck. This is a problem unless you can kill yours really fast. Oh, you can. Maybe. This is bad. Didn't realize, even though this is how I came back to life last time, that I could just walk out of the arena and die. Hey, accept res, nothing to it. Hello. No problem. Now I have orange crystal. Come here. I shall attempt not to walk outside the world this time. There's so many of them. These all gonna become men? No, they're just gonna blow up. Okay, healing time. I don't have a lot of mana. Ow. Okay, here's a spawn. Oh fuck, there's two of them really close to each other. No, come over here. Over here, blue boy. We good? We good? I guess we're good. Sweet. 10 seconds to Mega Flare. That seems bad. Should we hide behind a rock? Could we hide behind a rock for Mega Flare? Is that a thing? Hey. Who's afraid of the big bad flare? You're no Donald Duck, lady. Show me, come back when you know real power. Oh, I can't tank her because I'm not tanking. That's why. Look at me. Let the caster cast, please. There's a big thing here. A drill. I hear lyrics. What is he saying? There's dragons shooting at us from outside the arena. Oh! Whoa, did we just wipe? Did we lose? How did we wipe? I didn't think I was low on health, was I? What happened? Oh, okay. So we just ran out of time. We can't? We were so close, though. We were so close. Well, do you have anyone you might be able to get some more time if you use your... Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, I also wasn't, like, bringing the heat. Yeah, that's like 3 swings. Let's give it one more shot, and if we can't do it, we'll see if we can conjure somebody, if that sounds good. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I always do. Give it a shout. Do you actually have a mic plugged in? You could just say over voice. This is the right time to use the invuln if you just want to whisper that in my ear. I don't know how loud you are right now, though. Or just shout it in chat. Alright. Shall we? Wait. Okay, waiting. I'll pause recording for a second. Oh, well, I'd paused the recording, so we didn't see that arise, but we just got a declaration of problem time. What's there it is again. It's a good sound. Alright. Let's take this lady down, why don't we? I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of anything. I've got 1,000 extra lives. I will hold all of my burst DPS for that final phase there. Okay, here we go. Try not to walk outside the death circle this time. Meteor incoming. Now be ready to deal with, here he is. Spawn. Oh wow, you just obliterate them. They stand not a chance. More. There's the normal rocks falling this time, right? Or are these also dudes? Here's the green rocks. Bring that infernal down from the sky. Adloquium. Hey, Mr. Green Man. The way they just fall beneath you is very cool. That it? We done? That phase is over? Alright, time to punish. Punish the Dragon Slave. Current content, yeah, that's right. Here comes the Mega Flare.
3, 2, Sentinel.
Okay, this is it. Time to bring all of the heat that we've got. Here we go. Down. She kicked me away. Get out of that. I bet it's instant death. Oh, you dead? How'd you die? No, I can't do it alone. I can't do it alone, Rook. I'm weak. Oh. Bonk. You've been returned to Horny Jail. Well, do we want to see if we can find somebody else to join us, or do you think we have it? Rook's gonna see if there's anybody online. We'll pause our recording in the meantime. Alright, we're gonna give this another try with Rook as a warrior. In the interest of not messing, making this video super messy, I'll just put y'all on pause until that final phase. Be right back. Alright, this seems like a good moment to cut back in. Couple seconds to Mega Flare. Can I cover you? Cover! I don't know if that did anything, but it's fine. We chained together. Should we get together or far away? Okay, lady, you're going down. You cannot be permitted to persist. What's going on here? Oh shit, I am dying. Okay, I'm invulnerable. Oh, I was not invulnerable. It went off, but I still died. Good luck! Blow her up! Yes, I believe in you, Rook. Yes, yes, one more slack. Yeah, that's right. There's my boy. Squishing this phantom lady. Flop. She went squish. All along it was an illusion. The second coil of Bahamut is complete. Strong with the power of the catboy wings. Here, should we? I'm just gonna be dead here for a second. Here, let's let the audience admire you. Look how strong! Look at how strong! Oh, Hoiston with a halo. Such an innocent creature, you know. What's in the coffers? A bunch of stuff. High elegant blade. Wait, is that paladin wear? That's kind of cool. Does it get super cool if you pull it out? Does it glow? It does. It's a little too... It kind of looks like it's got a fruit roll-up wrapped around it. I mean, why would I ignore those blood stains? They're from that evil lady. Need. Creed. Guess I don't need these ether stones, though. They seem irrelevant. Oh, sneeze time. There, I shielded you both, you and the recording from the sneeze. Alright, probably a cutscene now. Zodiac bless me again. Oh, Zodiac? Wait, what? No. Zodiac's a bad boy. Maybe? Question mark. She's stumbling. Man. Poor creature. Would that you had never been born. No, this is Alice talking, damn it. Poor creature. Would that you had never been born. You'd surrendered your physical form and collapsed into ether. But Bahamut denied you death and imprisoned what little was left of you in an ethereal shell resembling what, I wonder? Images from your memory, perhaps. But that shell is now broken, and your primal deity seems disinclined to sustain your existence. My primal deity, I kneel to no icon. What need have I to beg the favor of such filth? I am Nail Vandarnus, legatus of the 7th Legion. No, a moment, my thoughts are clouded, and this body is not mine own. Could it be that you spoke the truth? Was I ensorcelled by the Lesser Moon's ancient prisoner? That will not happen again. I bet. You speak as if Bahamut no longer controlled you. But that's impossible. Once a primal ensnares a mind, it cannot be freed. Unless Bahamut simply relinquished his claim. What need has he of a broken spirit bound for the ethereal realm? Oh, that I should fall prey to the very influence I sought to purge from the land. The irony is galling. But do not assume that all of my actions were chosen for me. It was my will that the Meteor Project be resurrected, mine, and none other. Yet it seems that my grand designs were destined to fail. Even the ungentle release of death was denied to me. Nail, please, you must tell us more of the calamity. I must know the truth of what has befallen the world, and what has become of my grandfather, Archon Louisoix. You are Louisoix's grandchild. Ah, the fates are generous with their cruelty. Continue on, if you would have your answers. They await you at the terminus of your path. But know that this path leads only to despair. The light of truth was ever harsh and unforgiving. Why do you say this? Grandfather will be freed once we put a stop to Bahamut's restoration, will he not? What are you not telling us? Steel yourself, child. Only unbending resolve and merciless strength can conquer what lies ahead. The weak can do naught but weep under the pall of their own misery, as did the frail child I once was. Big spike time. Silence, chattering raven, your wretched wings are broken, and you shall soar no more.
Oh no.
My crimson moon, your brilliance sears mine eyes. Ooh, they're so happy. Ting, 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 ting. Let's never talk about what just happened, Erwin. That was fucked up. I recognized that voice, Erwin, but never would he say such words. Come, let us finish what we came to do. All will be put right when the final Hulk lies dormant. Grandfather will be himself again. I'm sure of it. Oof. Can't have light sneezes without shadow sneezes. That's true. Hey, Bahamut. So this did lead us down into the same chamber, where Bahamut is being put back together. Bahamut regenerates more swiftly than I had anticipated. Let us hope that disabling this coil will serve to slow the process. The display seems different, but the controls appear to mimic the mechanism that we found in the Lenosian Hulk. It shouldn't pose a problem. So, but hang on. So Bahamut, the same part of his body is here. Erwin, forgive me. The moment I beheld Nail's transformation, hope wilted in my heart. I did not believe you could stand against the manifestation of Bahamut's power. For all your fabled strength and skill, I felt certain that I was going to lose you, just as I lost my grandfather. Even he, a man for whom naught seemed impossible, was humbled before Bahamut's might. And yet look how far we've come. 'Tis incredible the feats of which we are capable, our boundless potential. 'Twas this capacity for greatness, I believe, that grandfather so dearly wished to protect. With all that has occurred, I've come to understand that much at least. So why is Bahamut here also? Is this not... because this... we're physically in the same chamber as we were before. Why couldn't we just walk over to the other part of the crystal? The other... I don't understand. Is Bahamut co-spatial here? Is he represented in each of these chambers? Surely there's an answer. This game is well thought out. It is done. Shall we make our way back to the surface and gather our thoughts? We've seen much that will benefit from Mouillanger's learned perspective. He's Googling. Ooh, whoa! That's not what you're supposed to do. Be polite to the small child. Was that a summoner spell that he cast? It kind of looked like a grandfather. It is you. Then why? Abandon this quest, Alice. I will not countenance further sabotage of the coils. Sabotage? We must disable the coils if we are to prevent Bahamut's revival. Your defiance seals your fate. Don't do it. You'll have to shoot me, a stranger, if you want to kill her, your granddaughter. No, you know you are not who I thought you were. My grandfather would never. Foolish girl. How could the White Raven allow herself to be bested by such sniveling opponents? Listen well. We all exist at the pleasure of one divine will, and the word of Lord Bahamut is absolute. The Father is absolute. Been playing Sekiro. Scurry back into your holes, vermin. You have been granted this one reprieve. But should you be so foolish as to crawl into my lord's domain again, I will crush the life from you myself. Teleport. Should probably have killed us, Louisois. Like, that light in grandfather's eyes. He suffered the same fate as Nail. My grandsire is no more. That was naught but a phantom that profanes his noble memory. This mockery must be expunged. I will not rest until I free grandfather's soul from Bahamut's tyranny.
Do you hear me, Bahamut? Your time is at an end. Eorzea and my family will be avenged.
Yeah. But really, though, is this the same chamber as in the other one? I don't understand how we're here. Wait. Is it this? I'm gonna have to Google this, because I need to know. Leave the binding coil of Bahamut. Now, last time we did this, it put us somewhere weird, didn't it? Oh, didn't this time. Alice. Perhaps it was hidden by the simulation. That's possible. Alice's resolve. Truly it is wonderful to escape that stifling air and return to northern Thanalan again, it would appear. I must thank you, Erwin. Were it not for your bravery, I strongly doubt that I'd be standing here now. But you need not tarry on my account. The danger is past. Pray go on ahead and apprise Urianger of all that has occurred. I will join you anon. My thoughts are yet unruly, and I would rest here a while. Yeah, I fucking bet. It's probably pretty fucking weird what you're going through right now. Why don't we head back to Waking Sand? Anyway, here we are. Back with our friend Urianger.
The triumphant hero doth return. Thine eyes speak of the dread task's completion. The second coil now lieth dormant. Yet I sense the tidings thou bearest are not altogether glad. Pray tell me, what ill hath cast the shadow which falleth now across thy brow?
Let me just relate. Well, the real sad thing was that dude was gonna kill his granddaughter, and then I showed up and he was like, oh, okay, I guess not. So I guess he likes me better.
An old foe and an old friend. So 'twas but the ethereal shadow of Master Louisoix that Lady Alice beheld, an unnatural conjunction in thrall to the elder primal. That the fiend should deign to choose him of all men. Even in full knowledge of the shade's true nature, I would be hard-pressed to weather such a confrontation. Yet what agonies must the young mistress have endured? Such torment did she ne'er deserve. Mayhap 'twere better if the Lady Alice did absent herself from future forays unto the coils.
I've come too far to surrender to grief, Urianger. All 15-year-olds need to kill their phantom-possessed granddad. My lady, I'm resolved to defeat these fiends, and naught shall sway me from my path. Now let us peer more deeply into the well of our discoveries.
As you wish, my lady. By your leave, I would speak first of the coil's late guardian, Nail von Darnus. Von Darnus was a legatus of the Gallian Empire who strove to bring about Eorzea's final destruction, only to fall even as the sixth sun did set. If thou hast heard tales of the White Raven, then is he of whom they speak. Aye, he, I say, for Nail was certainly no maid. The noble house of Von Darnus, as we discovered all too late, had long safeguarded the wisdom of ancient Alleg. 'Twas thus that the legatus came to learn the true name of Dalamud, and to seek to employ the Red Moon as a weapon against Eorzea. But the crystal tower and the mechanisms required to command the satellite yet lay hidden beneath the ground, compelling Nail to construct a far less subtle mechanism. And in his first faltering attempts to communicate with Dalamud, did he likely rouse the satellite's slumbering prisoner. Thenceforth did the White Raven's soul belong to Bahamut.
He was fortunate indeed to acquire so powerful a thrall by chance. 'Tis little wonder he was so loath to part with him. Why let a simple thing like death deprive one of so useful a pawn? Though we may accuse him of bungling Von Darnus's resurrection, I dare say Bahamut was as content to have a handmaiden as a manservant. I only hope that the two thralls we encountered were the extent of his flock. Yet I cannot help but dwell on Nail's words, those beloved children of whom he spoke. I assumed at first he was referring to the moon's beastly guardians, But should Bahamut have enslaved other mortals, we must needs remove his source of worship. Otherwise our effort to disable the coils shall be for naught.
Forgive me mine indelicacy, my lady. Thou art wise indeed to speak of expunging the primal's thralls, but canst thou truly pursue a course which would cost thee thine own grandsire?
My heart and mind are one on this matter. Grandfather's salvation can be won by but a single method, the destruction of Bahamut, and aught that might serve to sustain him. Well, if he's alive and branded, that also won't do it, just so we're clear. Because that doesn't work that way. Long point. While Louis Angers and I endeavor to ascertain the existence of any further thralls, I suggest you grant yourself a moment's respite. Rest assured that I will contact you the moment that I have need of your inimitable talents. That we have achieved so much, I owe to you. I fear, though, that our trials have barely begun.
Though time had dulled the pain of thy passing, I find that I am wounded afresh. Master Louisoix, what good shall come of this unending search for knowledge and truth? Long have I believed the pursuit of such treasures to be the duty of every true Sharlayan. Yet when each new revelation serveth only to heap further anguish upon those whom we would fain protect, must we truly reach for more.
So you have found your resolve, dear sister. Will you now find a use for the secret, for the key that only you and I hold? Given our familial propensity for curiosity, you would do well to remember that keys may serve to seal doors as well as to unlock them, and Bahamut is a most unwelcome guest, to whom the door should never have been opened. Why are you being so fucking creepy? Alphino, why are you being weird? Just participate. You don't have to be weird. Primal nature? Fragments of truth, I think. Uyanger would, Bahamut's return.
Man is wont to cast light wheresoever secrets lie hid in darkness, though that which he illuminateth seldom bringeth him joy. So it is with such unhappy truths as Bahamut's immense shadow doth conceal. Yet ever onward forgeth Mistress Alice, undeterred by the burden of knowledge that weigheth heavy on her heart. 'Tis a perilous path that she hath chosen, and a painful one. I prithee, Arwen, remain by her side as her valiant blade, that she might see her quest to its conclusion.
Sure, that was the plan. That was what I was doing. Long point. It is well that you are here.
My lady, how might I serve you this day?
I have met with some difficulty in my mission, Uyanger, and I should be grateful for your counsel. As you know, Bahamut's physical form is regenerating beneath the Cartano Flats even as we speak. If we are to prevent his return, we must needs disable the 2 remaining internment hulks that sustain him. Every moment our mission is delayed, the realm is pushed closer to the brink of destruction. Alas, though I've determined the locations of the fragments of Bahamut leading to the hulks, I've been unable to find a way to enter them.
And gaining admittance is but the first step in your perilous undertaking. When last thou descended into Bahamut's subterranean fastness, didst thou discover, didst thou not, that the dread primal had bound the shade of Nail von Darnus unto his will? And though thou didst consign the fallen legatus to blessed oblivion, thou mayest recall that the piteous wretch was not alone. Doubt not but the Bahamut's other thralls shall seek to hinder thy passage.
You can say his name, Uyanger. I've not forgotten that my grandfather is waiting for us.
My lady, I would remind you, as I must oft remind myself, that the man whom we both loved and revered is no more. What remaineth is but a shade, which defileth his memory. The vile verbiage which spilleth from his lips must not be heeded, for it cometh not from your grandsire, but from Bahamut himself.
You need not worry, Uyanger. Come what may, I will not stray from the course. I will not let grandfather's sacrifice be in vain. But mere words will not take us whither we must go. As I said, I have been unable to find a way to enter the fragments of Bahamut.
My lady, might I suggest that you visit the fragments again in Longpoint's company? Full oft hath the warrior of light set events in motion by virtue of his presence alone. 'Tis possible that he may do so again. I, the while, shall search for answers of my own. But by our efforts combined, full sure I am that this path shall be revealed to us ere long.
Were it anyone else, I should question the wisdom of such advice. Yet I cannot deny that what you say about Erwin is true. Very well, I shall do as you suggest. Assuming you have no objections, of course. Good. Now we seek entry to two fragments of Bahamut. One lies at the burning wall in eastern Thanalan, and the other at the singing shards in Mordona. I left an assistant at each location with instructions to continue searching for a means of ingress. It is not impossible that they could since have found something useful for us. Let us begin by visiting my man at the burning wall. Dex, I think it was. That's so good of you to remember the names of the help.
2 people, 2 locations. 2.
I guess if this is what you're getting as patch content, you're going to be excited for more and not less.
But this is current content.
Current content. Okay, where are we going? Just heading out east? Y'all don't need to see this. Was just discussing with Rook how this is current content, so I'm glad that it's long. Hey, you look a lot like the demon from Good Omens.
I say, you're not Master Erwin, my lady's most faithful companion. Signers, sir, at your service. And may I say what an honor it is to meet you.
How goes the survey, Dex?
My lady, it shames me to say that I've known no viable path to the fragment. Though it stands there before our very eyes, the way thither has thus far proven impassable. When the fragment fell and pierced the land, it caused a prodigious amount of ether to spew forth. 'Twas this that gave rise to the land's twisted lay, which seems destined to thwart our efforts. Even were an opening to exist, I fear that we would struggle to reach it.
We cannot give up. Keep trying. So near and yet so far. Man, it avails us not to stand here and stare at the thing. Let us await a Mordona and try the other fragment. Perhaps Sinus has fared better.
Upon that note, my lady, there is something I must tell you. I'm sorry to report that I lost contact with my brother just over a bell ago. As you know, the singing shards are home to many fell creatures, ogres, and such. While I do not wish to cause you undue alarm, I fear something unspeakable may have happened to Dex.
What? Why didn't you give me strength? We must hurry to my assistant's aid, Erwin. That was a well-chosen voice for that character. Again, I think that one fit quite well with his little part in this story. Can I talk to him again? What's he going to say?
The singing shards are home to a host of fell creatures, ogres among them. If it would not be too much trouble, I should be most grateful if you would find my brother and keep my lady safe.
Yeah, you should have led with that. You buried the lead. Burying the lead. Hey. So where are we now? This is, oof, excuse me. It's so foggy right now. My mother up in California reporting on her adventures. Well, that was 30 minutes ago that she said that. Crystal time. So I'm pretty sure that what's going to happen here is we're going to find both ways blocked, and we're going to need Alphino to open the path for us. What are we doing here? There's some kind of red surface. It's one of those things where the event starts as soon as we are not mounted. Doesn't look like it. Where's the man? Rescue LSA's assistant at the singing shards. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Hello, LSA's assistant. Alisai. Is her name pronounced? Is it Alisai? Is that the right? It's not Alisai. Thank you, adventurer. For a moment there, I feared my bones were going to be ground up and used to bake bread. I'm relieved to see that you're unarmed. It was wrong of me to press such a dangerous task upon you.
My lady, your words are wasted on me. 'Twas nothing at all, I assure you.
You sound very different from your brother.
If it please you, I shall report on my findings. As you can see, through the tip of the though the tip of the fragment is exposed, the rest is encased in rock and crystal, rendering it impossible to enter the structure. You might try excavating the area around the fragment, but that is like to take time, and there's really no telling how deep we may need to dig before we find a suitable point of ingress. As such, I'm forced to conclude that gaining entry to this fragment is unrealistic. Forgive me, my lady.
Confound it. We're losing precious time. What are we to do now? Why is my phone just continually buzzing? I got a message half an hour ago.
'Tis I, Urianger. Glad tidings have I for thee and my lady. For a blessing, a way hath been found by which you mayest enter the remaining fragments of Bahamut. Pray escort Mistress Alice to the ceruleum processing plant in northern Thanalan. There all shall be made clear.
Urianger has found a way. Then we must go to him at once. Just wave your hands around and walk away. Walk away. Ceruleum processing plant. Here we go. Take me back to Thanalan. This is where we kept getting kicked out, right? And it never occurred to us to just look around. To look around there. Alice saying it right. There we go. I like Alice, though. That's to be more Game of Thrones. Melisandre. Urianger. Urianger, you think you could use the link pearls again? I kind of like the, the covering, the radio effect there.
Mine apologies for summoning you thus from afar, my lady, but 'tis here that your journey may finally begin.
I did wonder. To my knowledge, there are no fragments in northern Thanalan. Too much Sekiro, think about fragrance.
Nor are you mistaken, my lady. Yet a pathway doth exist, one which you yourself have made use of in the past. At the conclusion of your several forays into the binding coil, 'twas at the crystal formation which lieth to the north of this place that you did emerge, was it not?
Yes, an ethereal stream bore us back to the surface. That much I had surmised. Are you suggesting we can use it to return underground? And even if that were possible, would it not simply bear us back to those places which we have already explored?
It need not, my lady. Pray allow me to explain. Upon the evidence of your experience, it seemeth plain that the two internment hulks may share the selfsame ethereal egress. From this we did infer that others may be connected in likewise. Thus did we labor long to verify the existence of further tributaries to the selfsame stream, in which task we were at length successful. 'Twas then but a matter of arriving at a solution to the problem of traveling to an unattuned destination. That one might reach what we may call the headwater, we propose to employ a modified etherite, which serveth to amplify such ripples as do originate from said source. By focusing one's essence upon these ripples, it should be possible to make the journey. Yet be fairly warned, my lady. As with all untried modes of ethereal travel, this method entaileth considerable danger. Merely to attempt the voyage could cost you your life.
This is a risk I am willing to take. You are brilliant, Urianger. But I am curious. Do you have assistance in forming this plan? I could not help but notice your repeated use of the word we, unless you've taken to using the majestic plural in our absence.
Nay, my lady. As you have correctly surmised, I was not alone in this endeavor.
Meaning there are others who are aware of our mission.
You're trying to stop the apocalypse, girl. You don't want to have just two people who are going into mortal peril knowing about that.
I guess Urianger is the failsafe. Well, it cannot be helped now. Preventing Bahamut's return is what matters. If some secrecy must be sacrificed to achieve our goal, then so be it.
Trot, trot, trot.
The music in this area starts so goofily. Dum, dum, dum. Okay, so we're looking for fragments of truth. Alice. So that must be the modified etherite. But what are the immortal flames doing here? Those men may be sworn flames of Ul'dah, but they are first and foremost faithful retainers of House Leveilleur. It's me, the Alpha Knower. Alpha Knower, so it was you helping Urianger. Who else could it have been, dear sister? Lest you worry, I have no intention of making the details of your venture public. Like you, I would prefer to avoid causing a panic. But given that which is at stake, namely the survival of the realm, one must be willing to accept help when it is offered. Would you not agree? At the very least, do not be cross with Urianger. 'Twas at my behest that he kept silent. We will speak later. Pray forgive me, my lady, but knowing full well your intent, I judged it meet that Master Alphinaud be informed. Though your grandsire hath become Bahamut's thrall, his noble blood courses yet through your veins, and if he must needs be struck down. Do you hear that, Alphinaud? I mean to strike down grandfather, and when I've done so, I shall banish Bahamut to the ether. Nothing you say will sway me from my course. I will protect Eorzea, and I will uphold grandfather's legacy. Grandfather's legacy? So you still do not know what you yourself desire. Your actions are still driven by borrowed resolve. Borrowed resolve? What does that have to do with anything? Protecting Eorzea was grandfather's goal. We made it ours. Both of us. That is why we came here, unless you have forgotten. Gods forbid I should ever forget, Alice, but you misunderstand. I do not question your resolve, only whence it came. If it were your own, you would be able to tell me precisely why you desire so fervently to protect Eorzea. Is where I keep all my stuff. Yet you cannot. For it is not your resolve, but grandfather's. You may struggle to see the difference, but borrowed resolve shall never be as strong as that which springs from within. This is some bullshit, Alphinaud. Shut the fuck up. She's been doing good work. But let us speak of this another time. Maybe while there's not people around to audit if I'm talking sense. For now, preventing Bahamut's return is all that matters. To be plain, I have no objection to striking down whatever is left of grandfather. Know, however, that I will be accompanying you this time. As a son of House Leveilleur, I will be present at his final moments. Very well, you may join us, on one condition. I make the decisions. And we got a nod. If it please, milady, the name's Erkenrad. Our preparations are just about complete. When we're ready to embark on your mission, just give me the word. I'll be waiting for you at the cerulean processing plant. Whoop, big bow. Pay no heed to my brother. You can rely on me. We have come far together, you and I, and together we shall see our journey to its end. Yeah, far indeed. It's been over 2 hours. Zoop. Let's turn into a beam of sentient particles.
Erkenrad. I've been waiting for you, Master Arwen. I'm pleased to say the Aetherite's primed and ready. As you know, the remaining interment hulks are connected to the fragments in Eastern Thanalan and Mordona. It's to the former that we'll be sending you first. Now, you'll be starting inside the hulk, meaning you won't have to cover so much ground. A drawback being that you'll be fighting for your life from the moment you get there. Best be prepared for anything, for my lady's sake, if not your own. And that's about all I can tell you. When your preparations are in order, just give me the word, and I'll send you on your way. I may even throw in a prayer for your speedy return, just to be on the safe side.
Thank you, Erkenrad. That was very considerate of you.
If you have any questions, now's the time to ask them. All right.
Here we go. Are you ready, Rook? I got a full 1,000 gil for that. Always ready. The final coil of Bahambus. Join.
Ching!
Here we go, central decks, 4,560 yalms. That sure is deep. That is too deep below the earth. So this is how it looks from the inside. The internment hulk still functions. The teleportation was a success. We've come to the right place. There's no telling how much further Bahamut has regenerated since we last beheld him. See, further regeneration, it's the same one that we're looking for. Let us make haste to the main bridge and deactivate the coil. I think it must be that he is not physically in that chamber and that you are seeing like through a portal to where he is being regenerated. There were receptacles similar to these in the previous Hulk. Yeah, and you didn't investigate them at all, did you? Those held chimerical beasts, but only the Alligans know what the other abominations may be sleeping within. Yeah, I know Yalm's yards, but that's still over 2 miles. I don't believe we've ever even dug like a mile into the actual Earth. Those held chimerical beasts, but only the Alligans know what the other abominations may be sleeping within. They may well be part of Dalamud's infernal defenses. We must stay on our guard at all times. There's a dungeon in Heavensward, right? Or is it Stormblood, where you go down in an attempt to find physically Hydaelyn? How deep is that? It's mentioned in the encyclopedia. And Kyle mentioned it when he did it. Yeah, it's what's it called? I guess I can't look at the names of the dungeons, but there's a dungeon. Yeah, Anti-Tower. That's the one. They built it because Hydaelyn's resonances are stronger deep beneath the earth. Oh, this looks like a big jump. Or else we're just gonna land on spikes and die. Yeah, peer into the Sea of Ether. I will look up the reference when we're through here. Wow, this is loud. It would be disappointing if this video turned out to have completely unlistenable audio balance at the end. I need to find spoils is necessary. I mean, the fact that I read, as I've said this many times, but the fact that I read about the Alligans before I did the tower was really satisfying. Ah, there's so many of them. What's this spooky fucking Medusa, not Medusa, but Gorgon head? It's unacceptable. These spiky boys. Get gorged. Are these Gorgons headless? I can't tell. No, they got heads. I guess they're not really Gorgons either. They're just Ophidians. They're Lamias. Of course. Of course. It's very funny watching you get picked up by that jump pad. This is a cool-ass room, by the way. I dig this room. Bioweapons storage. Alpha Concourse. Ooh, we're getting a cutscene. The time is now. Look, there's drags. There's drags in these Metroid Prime containers. They've got slave collars on their tails, I guess? Dragons! We do love dragons around here. It's do good. This is what they say when they apply to your static. Do good. It's always a lie, though. What's he doing? Oh, there's a fucking displacer beast over there. Do you need help with those displacer beasts? Oh, he's invulnerable, so I guess I might as well. Stop it. Stop it. Let me destroy you. My job is to help. My job is to be the most useful. They all dead? He is taking damage again, so that's a good sign. Hey, look at me. Don't look at nobody. Nobody, nobody, nobody. Oh, nobody. Take down the tentacles. He's sending his children at us. That's so dark. Oh. Could you please become vulnerable again, sir? Oh, no, he's got another son. Oh, no, a daughter. I'm sorry. Is he sending out breeding pairs of his own children? Heat lightning. I can't stun the raid boss. This is bullshit. Hey, that was the whole coil. Keep forgetting these are basically one encounter dungeons. It's like surprising me. Is it gratifying how cleanly we are through with them?
Nod.
How about you draw me one of your children as a mount? 1790, 1749. It's earrings. I'll take them. And Pitassos, it's a hat. Oh no. Rook, look at this hat. Rook, this hat is not acceptable. It's so powerful. Yeah, I actually don't. They have like the sort of mustache thing going on, don't they? Like it's not proper displacer beast arms. It's like face tentacles. I can't hold an image of it in my mind. Curl, yeah. I don't like the mustache tents. Not my thing. Here, I need this gear, so roll on it or leave so it can pop into my inventory and I can feed it to my assistants. Thank you. Head to the terminal. The final coil. Partième le premier. The keys. By the 12 dragons. And so many. We were aware that the Alligans possessed the means to control the creatures, but to imprison them thus is barbaric. I would not wish such a fate upon my worst enemy. 'Tis plain that no love was lost between the Alligans and the dragons, but was it truly necessary to keep so great a number here? Bahamut did not want for defenses. This we have experienced firsthand. Such guardians as the Alligans created, both living and unliving, were surely no less capable of repelling intruders than these poor creatures. Yeah, you've already figured out why they need them here. Tell me something, Alice. Have you not managed to determine by whose will Bahamut exists? No, I have not. At first I assumed that Bahamut had no people of his own, that the Alligans had perhaps discovered a way to simulate prayer itself. However, Nail's words gave me cause to reconsider, specifically the Shade's mention of Bahamut's beloved children. From that I inferred that the primal is given form by the will of worshippers whom we have yet to... Oh. Yeah, it's fucked up, isn't it? God strike me down for a blind fool. Bahamut's beloved children, right there before my very eyes. How could I be so stupid? Who else but the dragons of Eld would summon Bahamut? Who else but they could sustain him? And to think I wondered why the Alligans kept him imprisoned here. Kept them imprisoned here. Even should the flame of Bahamut's life go out, his faithful children would summon him back. For this reason, the Allagan Empire kept an army of dragons here in a perpetual state of duress. They might sustain the primal's existence. Truly, the Allagans' ingenuity knew no bounds, and neither did their cruelty. Small wonder that Bahamut was so enraged. Let no one deny that it was man who sowed the seeds of the calamity. Will you now turn your hatred towards our own kind, dear sister? Do not patronize me, Alphino. I merely acknowledge our guilt. Lest you be in any doubt, I have no intention of allowing Bahamut to lay the world to waste, regardless of the atrocities the Allagans committed against his kin. We have no choice but to eliminate all who worship him, be they his children or his thralls. It seems reasonable to assume that the system responsible for the primal's regeneration is also responsible for sustaining the captive dragons. If we disable it, all should perish. Let us press on. Dark, dark. No simulated prayer here, it's all real. Doom, 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 doom. Coil 2. We're closing in. Coils. Holding together, wearing out. It is far too late over there. It's Moon. Hello, Moon. Regeneration grid, 6,835 yawns. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a very far way to be. ICO1 control. At least half a football. It's way more than that. It's way more than that. Uh-oh, where are you? Where did you go? I lost sight of you. I'm killing these weird spanner rooks by myself. You seem to be activating teleporters somewhere. I have stepped on a bounce, so I see you. I've found you. Hello. Oh, is this moving underfoot? No, I guess not. The key is your feet. Foot key. The Allagan field is deactivated. Which way? Do you have to go both ways? I guess I could do the one, you do the other if we need to go both. Well, I guess I should go back. Oh, can't. The teleporter's down. Oh well. It's fine. Zoop. Whoa. This is not a safe place. This is like raw exposed machinery here. Build a walkway, you weird fucks. Meow, meow, meow. I go back now? Bullshit. Do the ninjas have a run fast move? Because I saw a ninja running really fast. And I believed, what's going on here? Did we have to separate earlier and now we're stuck? Did we have to separate earlier and now we're stuck? Slash return, right? I actually have that on my bar. No, I never use it. I should just remove it. Because I could do with a slot freed up on that bar. Auto regeneration grid. Shortcut. It was a shortcut. I hope it didn't shortcut me back to Nowhere Land. It didn't. It shortcutted me to the split point No? No, it took me to the place where the path split. I think it's the right... This looks like the right way. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm here on the platform opposite where we were before, with the other deactivation thingus. I don't understand. You're saying ooh. What's happening? Also Kasse, das ist kein Wort. Meinst du den Käse? Käse wie Queso? Oder die Kasse, das hat 2 S. Kasse hat 2 S. Das ist für, wo man bezahlt. Und das ist da. Oh, how do you say the front of the store? I don't know. I think I said it earlier, but it escapes me now. Oh no. It's a fancy lady. This is clearly something that we should be, the furry synth. Yeah, that's true. This is a very, what are they called? I don't remember what they're called. She can't pick between us. They are called... Don't you have to pay someone to make an OC? I don't think so. How would that be enforced? But there might be like a base model. I mean, maybe he does, but how would you ever enforce that? I don't know. Oh, I'm dying. Ow. Should I not stand inside this prison? Oh, oops. Maybe I shouldn't have stood inside that obvious ring of pain. Good luck. You're doing fine. Just beat the shapes. That's my recommendation to you, is destroy the shapes. Accept the resurrection. Is it safe to raise right now? I don't know. Nope, it wasn't. No, it was. I just wasn't full health yet. Wasn't at any health yet. Hey, weapons node. They really, heavily integrated this lady with the existing systems. This thing indestructible? It's not dying very fast. Why is it so sturdy? Invulnerable to ranged attacks and buffed. Well, this could be a challenge then. I'm doing what I can. Touch the middle? Oh, I see. Retry. Yeah, sure. I die! Is there an order that we need to take those devils on in to avoid that? Just keep them away from each other? Sure. Fast and separate. This time we get to use the shortcut. I see how it is. This music is overwhelming. Okay, let's be ready to destroy those orbs. I'll try not to just get devoured by a prison this time. Borrow health. Is sealed away. You got a laser on your head. Is that a sheer damage thing? Oh, this is the green prison. Let's not... Oh, okay, it's over there. I was already out of it, and I walked into it. Okay, weapons node. You're going the fuck down. Let's bring all of the heat that we have. It seems somewhat indestructible again. What do we do? Oh no. Well, is that another wipe then? We can't do anything about that? Alright, let me look up real quick what we're supposed to do, just to make sure. Alright, we are once again going to throw ourselves at this and bring y'all back when we get to beyond the phase we were at. Okay, I think we somehow got this. Even though it looked like it ate the egg, it's not completely invulnerable. It's very sturdy, but not completely invulnerable. Please die, Node. Yeah, we did it. Now, hopefully the rest of this is easy, because what the fuck? That was quite something. Please don't do that again, ma'am. Please not a repeated mechanic, because it traumatized me badly. Nanospore jet, that's terrifying. I choose not to be affected by nanospores. I was affected by nanospores. No spores at Pride. We are connected by a ribbon. Oh, it's corrupting my humors. Should we touch each other? Do we remove the ribbon with touch? Is it a love ribbon or is it a hate ribbon? Seed of the Rivers does not look like it was a love ribbon. Maybe we get as far away from each other as possible? No, we just got a ribbon, I guess. Who knows? It's our very DNA. I'm stunned. In the headlights, damage taken by the main head is increased. Whoa, thank you. Nanospore jet again. Some kind of laser over me. Something's going on here. I wish I could stun you, man. I wish I could do my move, nerve gas. Ooh. I think this lady has enough hit points. I'm worried that she's just not healthy enough, you know? I'm concerned for her. Ooh. Please don't drop stuff on us. Ooh! I've been stunned! Royal Rat Authority. I'm gonna become invulnerable, because why not? Am I invulnerable? Yeah, hallowed ground. Hey, we did it. Wow. Jeez, that was remarkably challenging. Good plan on the egg situation. Oof. Duty's completed me. I'm ground down. It only took us 20 minutes. I mean, 20 minutes for current content, that's pretty good, I think. You should submit it to speedrun.isgov. Whoa. Gauntlets and bracers. Are those gauntlets cool? Gauntlets. Try on. They're alright. They got a Batman thing going on. Don't know if I love the Batman thing. We like shiny. We like status. We like to lie. After all, that's all we really do. Why, this looks like a model of the Dalamud. Yes. Egg. For millennia, Bahamut must have gazed at this unchanging view. Trapped inside a prison that was scarcely large enough to contain him, unable to move, denied the release of death. How his hatred for man must have burned. And their hatred found an ideal vessel in Nail von Darnus. In many ways, Bahamut is to be pitied, not loathed. But knowing the true extent of his fury, I am more convinced than ever of the necessity of our endeavor. Besides, his is not the only soul that cries out for vengeance. Who would win? 20,000-year-old draconic deity sprung from the imaginations of 1,000 anguished dragons, or a 15-year-old elf child? Alright, you still good to roll on to 3? Go, says Rook, and so go we do. We're nearly there. We have almost gotten all coiled up. Hello, it's us. We're here.
Gods, he is almost whole again.
Oh my, voice acting. He's all Ripley. Internment Hulk, ICO6. So are you gonna claim that this too is the same one, or a different one?
Imagine how grandfather stood against such a monstrosity.
This cannot be allowed to proceed any further. Let us disable the coil and move on. Grandfather? No, that man is dead. I will not dishonor my beloved grandsire's memory by calling you such. You are but his twisted shape, the thrall of a mad primal.
You were foolish to disregard my warning, child. Are you so convinced of your own righteousness?
Join me, and together we can end this destructive
It is the rightness of our
reign.
path that led us to return. Eorzea will never be safe whilst Bahamut remains to threaten all we hold dear. What of the hero who gave his life in defense of the realm? Do you truly dispute the justice of our cause?
My poor, ignorant grandchildren. Your world is shaped by naught but recent conflict. Listen, and I will speak to you of justice. 'Twas in the twilight of the Third Astral Era. The southern land of Mericidia suffered invasion at the hands of the Alagon Empire. With no atrocity, too depraved for their purpose, the forces of Alec were unstoppable in their advance. Desperate for salvation, the dragons prayed to one of their first brood, to their ancestor Bahamut. Infused by the power of their fervent supplications, Bahamut arose from the abyss of death and took wing as the Mericidians' newborn god. Yet this great
It's
miracle
me.
would only serve to further
I guess it is
the
bisexual lighting.
of the dragon's imperial conquerors.
Rook is staring at me watching this video,
Find my lord, stand tested
sending pictures
to
in
the
Discord.
Alagon's boundless greed and hubris. I once summoned the 12 in an attempt to forestall the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. What then did the dragons of Mericidia do that I did not? Wherefore are they accursed and I exalted? 'Tis man's overweening belief in his own primacy that blinds him to the commonness of his condition and the truth of his own tyranny. As long as man is suffered to remain, the dragons shall never be at peace.
They are colonizers, though, aren't they? I mean, that's the
Only when
thing.
the plague of people has been expunged, shall the children of Lord Bahamut be free. Then shall the world know true justice.
Plague of people is an awkward way to put that. I guess they don't have a word for, like, sentient
Grandfather would never say
creatures.
such things. His belief that people were worth saving never faltered. He had faith in their strength, that they could stand together and push back against the darkness seeking to shape them.
A false hope. 'Tis folly to place one's faith in so flawed a race.
You're proposing dragons as an MLM
They
scheme?
would first need to agree on which direction to face. If history teaches us anything, it is that man cannot find common ground between his own 2 feet.
It's all dominance hierarchies all the way down.
Whose veins run with the same blood, struggle to fathom each other's reasoning. You hide your differing agendas behind the convenient banner of Eorzea's salvation. Given your obvious self-interest, can you truly claim no kinship with the oligarch? And though I hope they might bring you closer, 'twould seem that the twin grimoires I bestowed upon you were a wasted gesture.
There may well be truth in your judgment of Alize and me, but such a one-sided tirade bemoaning the evils of man rings false, coming from the lips of Archon Louisoix. Tell me, do you champion the cause of dragons because Bahamut compels you as his thrall? Or is it because you yourself have transcended the limits of man's existence?
I'm not quite sure what that line means.
So the possibility did not escape your notice. What I prayed for, and what I have become. These are the keys that unlock the truth behind Eorzea's rebirth.
What could he mean by that?
If you
I
would
wonder
have them,
indeed.
then you must needs take them by force. Come, rend this divine form asunder and claim your answers.
Deal. Just don't pull any weird mechanics out of there. Please don't make anything invulnerable. That would suck. I hate. Oh no! What's this? He became Big Blue Bird. He went sweep swoop. And he said roar. Oh boy.
But I thought... He has become a primal?
It is difficult, I know, but you must accept it. That entity is no phantom or imposter. It is our beloved grandsire.
This is an ugly, ugly phoenix. It truly is.
Please, for his sake and for ours, you must defeat our grandfather.
Wasn't planning on letting him walk away. Or fly, drift.
Meow.
Everything is a cat. Hey, duty commenced. You ready to go? It's the Phoenix.
Down with bird. Use all of your moves, Erwin. Ooh.
Destroy the blueberry. Take egg. We like shiny. We like status. Well, flames of unforgiveness. Now, what's that gonna look like? Oh! He just spat at you, Rook. I'm very sorry. I'm supposed to defend you from such things. Oh, okay. Stepping in the fire is not the right maneuver. Alright, so we've learned that lesson. It's amazing that we're the first people ever to see this encounter. We're discovering these mechanics in real time. I love current content. Can I cast wizardry on him? Here, I'll kill the bird. The little bird. Benu. Holy Spirit. He's invulnerable, okay. There's no point to that anyway. No longer invulnerable, I feign. Don't attack Rook. Attack me. I don't have interruptible casts. Stop looking at Rook. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. He will not stop looking at you. He loves you. He's your very best friend. Revelation. I see a little baby phoenix. A little baby phoenix tends to turn into a big phoenix. Whoa, that was an impressive bird strike there. I guess it's that the big phoenix turns into a baby phoenix is the really unique thing about them. Hey! Well, he didn't stand a chance. We did it. Duty complete. Do. Burb! Plucked those plumes. Dreadworm gloves of scouting and casting. I love it. I love to see it. I fear that worm. Just one more. We are nearly done, but I'm sure that there's cutscenes after this. Yep, here it is. And probably before the next as well.
Grandfather is truly gone this time. But better it end this way than the alternative.
Sparkle.
I am yet here, Alice, my dear, sweet granddaughter.
This has got an Anthony Hopkins vibe.
Grandfather?
I must thank you, warrior of light. Without your valor, I might never have broken free of Bahamut's control.
This is more of the unbranding.
These last few moments are mine, to live as the man I once was.
This is all that I wanted. Yet, now that it is happening, I find myself struggling to believe it. Is it really you?
Grandfather, pray forgive me my insolence. It was not my intent to demean you.
Forgive you? I am proud of you, child. You were wise enough to deduce the manner of creature I had become. Alfino, Alize, if any here should beg forgiveness, it is I.
Grandfather, I must ask, will you not tell us what befell during the calamity?
We're gonna get some truth dropped on us here.
Yes, of course. You have come far to hear the truth. Let us then begin the tale at the Battle of Cartano, where clashed the forces of the Garlean Empire and the Eorzean Alliance. 'Twas there in the sky above the surging armies that the elder primal Bahamut broke free of the Red Moon Dalamut. In an effort to contain this avatar of destruction, I called upon the 12 to aid me in the creation of a prison of ether. But Bahamut would not be caged by such feeble bars. Too vast was his might, too fierce his rage. Little choice remained to me. I used the last of my strength to entrust our hope unto the future, and prepared to meet my end.
We going to a different kind of cutscene here? I think we are. Ooh. Integrated FMV. What became of Cartano? So as I understand it, the concept here is that he conjured the phoenix, which is why Eorzea bounced back.
I did not perish.
I may be able to explain this.
Built from the essences of the 12 was destroyed. The sky was filled with a colossal cloud of ether. This drifting energy responded to the prayers of those fighting below, and to my own desperate wish that the dying realm be saved by infusing me with the power of a primal. I became the immortal phoenix, ancient symbol of rebirth. Rising into the sky, I struck Bahamut with all my newfound strength. The blow shattered his earthly form, and a shower of ether rained down upon the land. Thus began the rejuvenation of Eorzea. Believing the deed done, I relinquished my hold on that staggering energy, desirous that it should be returned to the realm without delay. But I had not reckoned on Bahamut's tenacious will. Even as he teetered upon the cusp of oblivion, the dragon reached out to claim me. Alas, within my fast fading form, enough remained of the Phoenix's energy to offer Bahamut a hold, and he dragged me along in his wake.
And thus began your existence as the Elder Primal's thrall.
I cannot help but wonder at his will to survive. Though he was all but obliterated, Bahamut found a way to seize the power you surrendered. That would explain why part of his physical form survived to be entombed underground.
It would also explain why Eorzea was so terribly warped. Even as the land sought to restore itself, the returning flow of ether was cut off.
Very good. When his grip on existence was once again secured, Bahamut did not cease his feast until he had consumed every last mote of ether that yet floated in the air.
And still he was not fully restored.
You must remember that by this time, much of the freed ether had already returned to the land. That which remained was not sufficient to reconstruct so massive a form in its entirety. But there did not need to be, not for a being sustained by the marvels of Allagan technology. As long as some piece of Bahamut persists, the Coils will seek it out and continue their regenerative task. The fragments of
Permanent dragon.
appear motionless from the surface, but deep beneath the ground, they had been searching, tunneling through rock and soil towards their escaped prisoner. And
So,
as you have
yeah.
observed for yourselves, they found his heart.
It seems like they are all in the same place.
Warrior of light, heed me. You must put a stop to Bahamut's regeneration. Whether it be for man or for dragonkind, the question of justice is irrelevant. The Elder Primal will leave naught but a smoldering wasteland for both his children and ours. I beg you to defend Eorzea and guide its people to the future they yet struggle to find.
Nod. You convey so much with a simple nod. Louis glowing hand. Disabling this coil, maybe? I guess that's what he did. This seems like the chamber would be disabling the coil.
This portal will take you to the final internment hulk. 'Tis time for the tale of Bahamut and his part in the calamity to come to an end.
No, Rook was commenting, the real Bahamut was the friends we made along the way. I see he used the remaining essence of the 12 from the failed summonings to turn to the Phoenix. Well, that plus all the prayer hope of the Eorzeans at the time.
Pray, come closer.
Sorry, Rook, I was enthralled. This cutscene is still going on. It's long. It's longer than you think. We are closing on the 3-hour mark.
And dreams must no longer be an extension of mine. You must needs find your
Longer
own
than
reason
you
to fight
think.
for this realm, your own meaning in this sea of chaos.
Well, isn't needing a place to live a good enough reason to fight for the realm? I don't know if reason is all that difficult here.
Of course, Grandfather. I have already made it my mission to see this newborn Eorzea survive and flourish.
Alize, While I was yet enthralled to Bahamut, you spoke of my faith in man's strength. Know that your words reached me, imprisoned though my soul still was. So forceful was your conviction, I wonder if that belief has not become your own. Perhaps, after all your anger and sorrow was spent, you found something greater within you. See this fight to its culmination. 'Tis also your strength, in which I have faith.
Thanks, Louisoix. I guess maybe we met before. I guess you have felt what it feels like to be on the receiving end of our
Anything,
slices.
pray, take your rest, grandfather. You deserve it.
There are records of an art that allowed one to summon the power of a primal from the essence of its demise. And though I am no true primal, all that I have left, I give to you. Alvino,
Phoenix. Eventually. Not soon.
my darling grandchildren. May Light's blessings ever keep and protect you.
Goodbye, Mr. Sparkles. Turn into a tower.
Come, warrior of light. Our task remains undone.
Whew, alright, sorry to leave you just mostly in silence for like fully 10-15 minutes there. How long was that? I wasn't watching. But such is the way of these things. I appreciate your, wait, what, there's an entry point and there's an exit. Which one do I use? Oh, so we're actually out in the world here. So we can queue from here? Wild. Alright, here we go. Restored to his senses in defeat, Louisoix uses his final moments to send your party to the main bridge in the final internment hulk, there to banish Bahamut once and for all. Though the end of your arduous journey is in sight, doubt not but that the cornered primal will lash out in his unbridled rage. If you are to overcome this terrible foe, you and yours must be of one purpose. Now join your hearts and minds, and sally forth to bring the Seventh Umbral Era to its true conclusion. The future of Eorzea. Now that's interesting. Maybe we'll go back and read these when we're done. I didn't even realize that there were descriptions on these. Well, let's go. Do you think we can do it? Do you think we can, go put him on full Baja Blast? Can it be done?
It's the dragon with a J. Hello?
The Burning Heart. We were here just a second ago, but we're also not sure where we are. Why did we need a portal to get here? The geography of this entire situation is confusing to me.
'Twas a long and arduous road, but at last we reach its end.
It was quite a long road.
Farewell, Bahamut. I banish you back to the ether.
Yeah, probably pushing a button is gonna suffice. I think that'll probably be fine. That's all that it needs. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's a pretty hot dragon. I mean, as dragons go.
He is not yet whole. I did not think him capable.
Even half of a Bahamut is, bad news. Smoosh. So do primals have biology? He almost looks like a machine in there.
Alize! Alize!
I had thought it finally over.
No, it was 4 coils each time, dude. 4 turns.
Survive another blast.
It's okay, just put Erwin in between you and the blast, because apparently things just don't shoot Erwin.
No. Is this how I honor my promise to grandfather?
He's dying on the floor. This is goofy.
Your own meaning in this sea of chaos.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
For me.
What I was really wondering is, can primals, like, do they have bodily functions? Like, can they reproduce?
I already have.
Can you fuck when you're a primal? Is the facsimile of a body sufficiently real?
Guiding me. Eorzea's blade of light, shooting through endless shrouds of darkness. I have been shown the miraculous feats of which we are all capable, of which I am capable.
You believe in like a high sperm count
You
primal.
have wreaked enough havoc. I will not let your wrathful fires consume all that we know and love.
Fair enough. Ooh. You say you won't let it, but how are you gonna stop it? Ooh. That's the... I think that some of these
I have
cutscenes...
waited to hear you say that. You have found your resolve at last.
She was pretty resolved the whole time, dude. You don't have to be so harsh. You gotta read on your sister. That's a little unfair.
Let me join my strength to yours. In this place,
This book is the size of my torso.
purpose has become one.
Ting. What's up? Shh. Ooh, the 2 books became 1 big book? The book was already too big. It was already too big for them.
Future of Eorzea!
Like a weird Team Rocket moment or something.
This last task is yours, warrior of light. You must destroy Bahamut's crystal core.
Yeah, I mean, everybody got a crystal inside them. That is just the way of the world. I'm gonna fight that dragon. I'm gonna find his crystal. I'm taking it. Whoa, are we flying? Excuse me? Wait, that was more people than were in this raid. Hang on. That cutscene was inaccurate. I demand a unique version with different ripple effects. Oh, there's more people landing than are here too. We got friends here in spirit, I guess. Oh, this is good. Oh boy, that's very good. Hey, big lad. So, I don't like his chest. It's very goofy that he's so puffy out chesty. They thought that people would like us, but they don't. Yeah. What are they thinking? This isn't like a polyventurer situation. Alright, well, let's do this. Oops, I just turned off tank modus. Oh well. Hey, big prime. Large-timus prime. I guess I'm gonna hold my tricks. Mega flare. Gonna hold my trick. Oh, that's a big circle. I probably shouldn't stand it in. It didn't matter. We were okay. This is very fire. Giga Flare. He just knows all the different flares. Hey, that was him doing the move that you used. Ooh. The music changed. The Shadow of Mericidia. What's his buff? Biolysis. Oh, that's just you. Get to touch these orbs. Touching the orbs is bad, I guess. Don't want to touch the orbs. Overwhelmed by the sheer spiritual might of the Dreadworm, damage taken by certain attacks is increased. Whoa, come back here, Dreadworm. Come on back. Ooh, he's pointing at me. Hey, it's our girl. He missed. Do better, Twintania. It's the blood of Mericidia and the pain of Mericidia. Galvanized. The gust of Mericidia. X2. They're playing the big number. The sin of Mericidia. Doesn't seem like they really did anything wrong. I don't know. I don't think it's their fault that they conjured a nuclear being into being. They were just vibing. I mean, who knows? They probably sucked. It seems like everybody sucks. It's Final Fantasy XIV. Everyone is bad. All institutions are like hopelessly corrupt. Maybe dragon institutions aren't. Hey, he's looking at me.
Stand aside! I need to tank.
Whoa, wait, he chose you. Oh. Ooh. They're aliens just chilling. Didn't you say they have some like holy mission? The Storm of Mericidia. Spirits within, flare dampening, and the blood of Mericidia. They're wearing those big collars. Hey, and there's the mind nullification, the bimbofication circle. The simpler circle. What's below us? Rocks. The sin of Mericidia. Can I cast Holy Spirit? Oh, that didn't happen. Here, I'll cast Holy Circle. Not like this. When do you do that, ever? What is the use of that spell? I guess it's a little more damage than my, Oh, it's significantly more damage than my basic AoE rotation, actually. The pain of Mericidia. Yeah, it does do a lot of damage. 250 AoE is pretty good. I have yet to do a dungeon at high enough level to actually use it.
Bahamut, no!
Tick, tick. His goofy ass. Who does... Is that, the green... Whoa! Whoa. 10 seconds to Terra Flare. Do we need to get in the brain puddle? 5 seconds to Terra Flare. 4 seconds. What if I gave you a shield? Whew. Akmorn. He's back, folks. And he's got a bone to pick with the realm. But it's our realm now. They may have done you wrong, big and scaly. But that doesn't mean you can pay it forward. It's time to break that particular cycle. Go back to sleep. The simultaneous sheath is always good. Do it, you know you want to do it. They did, they just... the pose. Goofy. They just gotta undercut themselves with the goofiness. The final coil of Bahamut. I got 51 tomestones, because that right then pushed me over the cap on tomestones. We made it at the very end. Very fancy chess piece for ninjas. Let me see. Oh yeah, there's Neo vibes there. What's this sword? The Dreadworm daggers. Oh, I got all the treasures because you ran away. Check that shit out. Very nice. Alright, I suspect I'm about to get dragged into another cutscene of perhaps 10 minutes in duration. We shall see. Hey kids, it went good in there.
You did it.
We did do it. I don't know if you want to hang around while I'm just listening to this, but if you don't, no more battles. Yes, we're going to do it. Well, thank you very much for joining me. That would have been utterly impossible to do alone. It was both fun and useful to have you along. I appreciate it. I'm glad that glad that I went with the recording this method. I think it was a good document to get on tape.
But one task remains.
Alexander raids once we get to Heaven's Word. Very good as well, and much more fun bosses. Yeah, we absolutely should. This does make me want to keep recording things in general, though. We'll see. I haven't made a hard decision on that. Oh, people actually do them, huh? Cool. Yeah, we should. I'd love to do them for real. Good. Well, yeah, thanks again for coming. You're a very good boy. Schlaf gut, Kleiner. Ba-bum. And there goes Rook. What a good friend. This is the only reason I'm playing this game is because of Rook, and this is the kind of shit that he's been wanting to do for literally years. That my what's the word? Dissolute kind of nature. My inability to commit to things has stood in the way of. And this isn't even the real stuff. We get to the real stuff where we can lose for reasons other than just not knowing what to do. He's Rainbow. Whoosh. Leaving naught but a crystal behind. Leaving only this crystal behind. Oh, not even that.
Hang on, I wanted to jam that into my soul. Hey, come back here. I wanted to shove that one into my heart.
"'Tis done. He is truly gone."
Well, I hate to break it to you, but of course he could just be resummoned now.
You knew, didn't you? You knew what Grandfather had become.
I was not certain, but from all I had gleaned, it seemed a distinct possibility. The scene people describe of the Battle of Cartano was one of unimaginable devastation, and 'tis through the combined prayers of the desperate and an abundant source of ether that primals are born. I merely put two and two together.
And you consider that a sufficient explanation? Well, however you stumbled across your theory, 'twas this revelation that made you wary of my attachment to Grandfather. You feared that in my obsession, I would fall under his primal sway. Is that why you decided to join us? To pull me back should I show signs of wavering?
Well, I mean, we should all have backup. I'm not saying that your brother should doubt you, but
only to protect you.
you did want to come in here
Yet I
completely
see now that
alone.
I needn't have doubted the strength of your conviction.
That was me leaving the chat.
May I ask you a question? What do you now intend to do with the truth you have uncovered?
Which particular truth was that, brother? The fact that desperate prayer gave rise to the primal phoenix? That this new god was responsible for setting Eorzea on the path to rebirth?
I'm gonna talk about that when we're done.
Should such a tale become common knowledge, people would soon offer up their prayers in earnest. They would beseech Phoenix to complete the healing that was begun.
More primals, more
Yet as you and
problems.
I know all too well, the very act of calling forth this savior would do more harm to the land than good. We cannot encourage such worship for this very reason. Were Grandfather forced to return as an ether-draining primal, it would undo all that he had worked to protect. Your abiding love for him was the key that unlocked the truth of the calamity. But keys may also serve to seal doors that were best left unopened. Let your love now guide your actions, and lock away deep inside the fate of both Grandfather and Bahamut.
Do you think we're gonna tell our buddy?
You think we're going to tell him about what happened down here?
I don't know. He seems pretty trustworthy. I don't know. Two can keep a secret if both of them are
Fear not,
twins.
I understand what must be done. The realm need not know the truth for it to be saved.
And the Warrior of Light appears to have no tongue, so it's
To
fine.
return no more. That is enough. Let us make our way back to the surface. Poor Urianger must be beside himself with worry.
Even you think that there's been like an enormous earthquake or some shit as this has been going on? Clearly, the doings down here in the hole are not beyond the reach of the realm. Urianger, Alice. And here we are again. After that descent into darkness, the desolation of northern Thanland seems paradisal. As promised, I shan't reveal the truth of the calamity to a single soul. However, the nations of Eorzea will require certain assurances that the threat of a new primal is gone. Kept in the dark over long, 'tis only a matter of time before they seek answers of their own accord. Let us recommend that the fragments of Bahamut are sealed off, that the truth may rest undisturbed. But first we must go and report to Urianger. It would not do to keep him in suspense. I dare say we shall find him pacing up and down at the cerulean processing plant. Most likely. Let's go. Hello. Hey, Urianger. How we feeling?
Ah, the Warrior of Light returneth, undimmed from the depths of darkness. By thy triumphant bearing, I take it thou hast succeeded in thy mission, and yet thou art alone. Mistake me not, dear friend, full glad I am of thy safe return. But where, pray, are Master Alvino and Mistress Alice? Turn off auto-complete, because it's really irritating during unvoiced scenes. Here, my friend, forgive us our lateness, we took this scenic route. Bahamut is no more. The realm is safe. By the heavens, look at you! What horrors your young eyes must have seen, what suffering your young bodies must have borne. Pray tell me, where are you hurt? Your wounds must need be cleansed and dressed at once. I shall make for you a poultice which draweth out.
Be at ease, my friend. We are hale and whole, I assure you. We took a few tumbles. One moment. We took a few tumbles, but the worst of our hurts are healed. I believe we have Grandfather to thank for that.
Master Louis Soir, then you met with him once more. But wherefore should Bahamut's thrall seek to ease your suffering?
I promise to reveal all to you in due course, dear friend. But first there is a matter which requires our immediate attention. Now that Bahamut is defeated, we deem it best to bar entry to all the fragments of Dalamud. To this end, we will convince the nation's leaders that the danger is past, and invite their cooperation in ensuring that the fragments are never again disturbed. Come, let us depart and seek an audience with them forthwith. A moment, sister, you need not burden yourself with this task. Urianger and I will more than suffice. Might you not take this opportunity to rest? The gods know you've earned it. But I am fine, brother. Besides, you've been through as much as I have. Oh, I see now. You would play your game of diplomacy and wish me out of the way. No, naught could be further from the truth, I would say.
My lady, 'tis mine earnest belief that your brother hath your best interests at heart. You have more than done your part, and he desireth but to relieve you of a burden he might easily bear alone.
I have some experience treating with dignitaries, you must allow, and as you never fail to remind me of my fondness for diplomacy, I feel it only right that I remind you of your aversion to it. Is this, Alice is less of a bastard than Alphino? Then it is settled. Urianger, pray make arrangements for a chocobo. I read marriage. The ride should give us ample time to prepare our story. Alphino. Alphino seems to be calling to him, not just thinking about him. Oh, shit. It did not click. Though our paths are different, we share the same goal, do we not? But of course, dear sister, that which we've achieved together stands as a testament to that fact. Whatever path we choose to take, our hearts shall ever lead us to the same end. Of that I am certain. Thank you. There is a place that I would visit. Might I ask you to accompany me? But first, I do believe a change of garments is in order. This won't take a moment. The landscape is the same. Of course, there's no reason that it would be otherwise. Though it would be poetic for the fragments to magically disappear, I am well aware that they shall remain long after you and I are gone. You think these are dolmens? The world may change irrevocably, but life shall ever go on. Let us take a closer look, shall we? I have no doubt that Alphino will do an admirable job concealing the truth of the calamity. And such truths as were revealed in those dark depths will never see the light of day. I myself agreed that it must be so. But the thought of the people of Eorzea shall remain forever ignorant of their savior, of your deeds. The injustice of it is almost too much for me to bear. I'm completely inscrutable. How typical of you, Erwin. Ever the hero. Even so, I cannot deny that I feel better for your reassurance. But I want you to know that I will never forget. You are the one who freed Grandfather's soul and saved Eorzea from Bahamut's wrath. And though these great deeds will never be remembered in song, their consequences will be felt forevermore by every soul who calls this realm home. Yes, this spot will do. For Grandfather, Nail, and the dragons of Mericidia, for all those who were taken by the calamity. At long last, our struggle with Bahamut is over. The realm, given new life through the prayers and the sacrifices of countless souls, may look for a brighter tomorrow. To a brighter tomorrow. When the dust of our adventure is settled, I shall embark on a journey. I mean to find my own reason to fight for Eorzea, and when I do, I will fight with all my being. You have done so much for me, Erwin. One day I hope to be able to repay you in kind. I have no doubt but that you will continue to help those in need, and grow ever stronger in so doing. I shall endeavor to do the same, and if the 12 are kind, I hope one day to become Eorzea's sword in the darkness, as you are. Come what may, you may rest assured that I will not be outdone by Alphino.
Here.
When next we meet, I promise that I will not disappoint you. Till that day, fare you well, my friend, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Enigma Cat. It's a remarkable time of day, isn't it? Remarkable that there is still a day for it to be. Yeah, I'd say that about sums it up. Quest complete. That's all that was going on there, right? Quest complete. What is out of a bind? 1. Complete the final coil of Bahamut. Oh, completed 5 times. Oh, we gotta wind up Louis Soir. What if we completed it over and over? Nothing. So, here's my thought on all of this. First, that rocks. I'm stunned at how much more I'm stunned at what was addressed there. I really didn't think it was going to be anything like that extensive. I didn't think it was going to deal with questions that I had, and I didn't think that it was going to essentially serve as a capstone to the actual story of ARR. And I gather that in later expansions, the equivalent content does not, because it's challenging and people would like to be able to see the story, even if they're not, even if they're not doing this crazy ass raid stuff. I thought that what happened at Cardno was a mystery. I thought that we didn't know, that we had never been told, and maybe never would be, that it was a summoning of the 12. That's what people thought. Nobody really knew. No, that was all answered years ago, right here. To encounter that, not knowing that it was even available, was super cool. But beyond that, I've said over and over again that what really strikes me about ARR is the degree to which it is a thank you to the people who did like the original game. Like the level of continuity and the degree to which it feels like it is a story being told for people who wish the original could have made it, and who are invested in the idea that it was there and it was real, and that it isn't gone, that this is indeed still the same story, the same people in it. The fact that within the narrative the same thing happened to the world as happened in the world to that narrative is extremely cool. And maybe that's inevitable when you're telling a story like this. You want to do a reboot and you want to have it be kind of justified. It's going to touch on these themes, and that's just part of how that story is inevitably going to go. But it still feels like the degree to which the story of ARR in its particulars focus on rebirth, and the way the concept of this, so we tried to save, we failed, we summoned the Phoenix, and we don't even know that that's what we did, but it is this essence of rejuvenation that makes everything we see around us now is just tremendous. I think it's a great piece of meta storytelling in that way, and people use that word with some contempt sometimes, but I think here, to tell a story that reflects the conditions surrounding the telling of the story is supremely effective. It's great. It's excellent. Perhaps a little overlong, but I mean, if it were current content, not that it wasn't, I wouldn't have wanted it to be shorter. So, this concludes longer than you think. Maybe. We'll see. This has kind of energized me, oddly, this 4-hour saga in the whole recording thing, seeing that there's something cool. And this wasn't even the true experience of going in for the first time not knowing what was going to happen, which is what much of the MSQ would be, because I spoiled myself on this, obviously, just last night, which is what made me so excited to go and see it. Even in that, I feel like we've created a document that is, hard to watch, but not useless. It's one that I'm glad to have recorded. It did invest it with a meaning that it wouldn't have had if I were doing it all off on my lonesome. So we shall see. There may yet be a future for longer than you think. Off into Heavensward. One way or the other, whatever we do, I'll see you soon.